About set to go, Sioux City, Dodge City. Welcome back, our Sioux Plumbing pregame show from United Wireless Arena in Dodge. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Philosoph, let's meet tonight's Dodge City offensive starters.
Joshua Floyd, quarterback, Sioux University.
Dominique Carson, running back, Sioux State University.
Brandon Vincent, wide receiver, Illinois State, Chicago Bears.
Maurice Young, receiver, Tennessee State.
Dello Davis, wide receiver, Harper College.
Mac Randall Jr., offensive line, Clifton J. Ozone High School.
Kyle McManus, center, Concordia St. Paul.
Jamar Sear, Highland Community College.
There's the offensive starters for Dodge City. Let's meet Jack Walker's starting defense.
Marquise George, Jacksonville State University, defensive end.
Lou Van Green, COL Junior College, D lineman.
Monte Lewis, defensive end, Jacksonville State University.
Ja'Cory Quarterman, Bacone College, linebacker.
Cashman Thomas, defensive back, West Texas A&M University. Dejon Love, hybrid corner, Upper Iowa University.
Dontre Peters, DB, University of New Hampshire.
Dwayne Autry, free safety, Bethany College in Lynchburg, Kansas.
There's tonight's offense and defensive starters for Dodge City. Let's go ahead and meet Sioux City's starting offense. On the offensive line, Darius Barnes at one guard, Brent Schlode is the other, and then Matt Ron, who was playing for the Omaha Beef last season, is the starting center. That's been the same starting offensive line the entire season. Wide receivers, they're good ones. Frederick Bruno, Damon Mothershed, and Willie Downs, who has 14 catches. Of those 14, 6 have gone for touchdowns. Sergio Judkins in there as well. Johnny Bentley, in his 8th season with the Sioux City Bandits, is the starting tailback, and the MVP, Charles Dowdell, is the starting quarterback. As the captains at midfield set to flip the coin, let's get Ross's keys to tonight's game.
Mike, how big is this ball game? But you think about these two teams that come in here, Executive of the Year, Franchise of the Year. Carson also sharing the honors with Bruno. On top of that, you go over and look at Sioux City Fan Base of the Year, Media Relations of the Year. Remind me when we go to Sioux City, if we go there next year, that we need to hook up with the Media Relations because I guess they have good relationships up there. And then MVP also on Sioux City and the Coach of the Year. So these two teams are very well known. These are two very good teams that are going to be coming after each other, Mike. And I really think it's going to come down to, like I said, I think this is going to be a track race. Who can stop the other team? That's what it's going to come down to. Whoever stops the other team got a good chance to win. I think special teams is going to be big too. Mike, for the fans out there, fans in here, you're going to be able to see two great ones going to be returning here. Bruno and Carson, two of the best, and I really think they really kind of changed the way the kicking style happens for the CIF indoor because it's all on the ground now. Seldom are we seeing kicks way up in the air. If you're able to get a 4 to 5 second kick it, you got a good chance of getting down and getting great coverage. Bruno's a big cat to bring down. Think about Carson, though. This guy is very quick. And, Mike, I really think it's going to come down to our quarterback play, and we need Josh. Josh played so well in those 6 games. Need him to break out and have a big-time game for this one here.
Sioux City won the toss. They elected to first. So Dodge will get the football first. Sioux City's starting defense, James Patterson, Anthony Thomas, and Marcus Miles make up the front line. We'll also see Emilius Davis. Marlon Lobin, who's got 82 tackles coming in, is the starting linebacker. Cliff Stokes and Andre Jones are the corners. Jones had an interception last week, and then John Smith and Ron Franklin are the starting safeties. Tonight's opening kickoff is brought to you by Western Plains Medical Center. Trust Dr. Ashfaq with all of your medical concerns. Follow the law. Think Western Plains first. Dodge City beat Sioux City 51-39 back on March 15th. It was the second week of the season. Sioux City sputtered to a 2-3 start. But since that point, they have won 6 in a row. And they are wearing the white pants, white shirts, black numerals with the red trim and the black helmets. Dodge is wearing the camouflage shirts and the gray pants with the yellow numerals and the charcoal helmets. Dodge will get the football first against Sioux City. Won the toss, they elected to defer. Carson and Cashman Thomas. Back deep, Thomas missed the game 2 weeks ago. Dodge will be moving from right to left. Max Martin has it on the tee. Week 14, and the CIF is underway from United Wireless Arena. An end-over-end kick, spins to Carson, bobbles it in the back of the end zone, picks it up. Up the near side, numbers 5, hit at the 10, and he spins out near the 15-yard line. He was hit initially by Richard Daniel, who basically the hybrid guy on defense. It's a return out to the 14-yard line of 22 yards.
Mike, you take a kick like that, and that's one of those that hang up there for 3 to 4 seconds. Got to be able to grab that thing and take off. Fumbled the football, but got a good bounce that came right back to the chest, able to take off with it.
First and 10 for Dodge City, starting at their own 14. They're moving from right to left. Josh Floyd, who during his last 4 games, completing only 51% of his passes. Ball in the near hash, Floyd out of the gun, Carson on his left hip. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 in high motion, Floyd takes the snap. Handoff to Carson, right up the middle, has a hole. There he goes, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. On the first play from scrimmage, Dominique Carson takes it to the house, and it goes for 36 yards. Dodge scores first.
Man, great job by the offensive line, right between the tackle and the center. And all he did was, as he goes to the line, Mike, he goes to his left just a hair, just to feed it just a little bit, get the linebacker to cross over, and then all of a sudden he explodes to the right and goes untouched right up the gut. Of course, once he gets in that open field, nobody catching DC.
One area that Sioux City has struggled with at times this year has been run defense, and it shows up there as Alex Fambro will come on for the extra point. Dodge City, the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Sioux City is number 2. Snap back, placement good. Fambro's kick is right down the middle. 14:25 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Dodge on Z98. The easiest drive summary we've had all year. First play from scrimmage, Ross. Dominique Carson takes it 36 yards to the house. We're behind a huge hole right up the middle.
Man, Mike, I tell you what, 2 great blocks right there. Really set that. And he set it up himself as he moved over, but the initial contact right there by the offensive lineman did a fantastic job. That thing just opened up, Mike. Just a great run. Great blocking.
Sioux City's first crack at it, a squib kick, is fielded at the 13-yard line, and it's picked up by Richard Daniels. He runs up the near sideline out near midfield. In fact, they'll get him into plus territory at the plus 24-yard line. So a return on the play of 13 yards, and Sioux City with excellent starting field position.
Mike Fambro just sit there and just let off a missile. Line drive kick right at Denzel Adams. Hopefully that he'd reach a hand up there and try to get it. Thing is, he moved right out of the way out at the last second. I can guarantee you he felt the wind of that one as he come by there. But the thing is, a short kick, fielded up, and now good field position by the Bandits.
First and 10 for Sioux City. Their starting offense with Charles Dowdell, the league MVP at quarterback. 7-0 Dodge City. We're not even a minute in. You're just tuning in. Dominique Carson took the first play from scrimmage for 36-yard rushing touchdown. 2 receivers left. Willie Downs wide left. Mothershed slot left. Frederick Bruno to the near side right. First and 10 Sioux City from the plus 24. Dowdell back to throw. Fires a fade into the end zone. Incomplete up the left sideline. Looking for Willie Downs. It goes out of the back of the end zone. Back in coverage for Dodge City was Dwayne Autry. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Confidence throw that right there, and confidence call, I'll tell you the truth there, by Irv Strobin. Mike, I like the call. All you're going to do is fake back there, do a little play action, just pop up to the top, but we read it well. Great defensive play.
2nd and 10 Sioux City. Right hash moving left to right at the plus 24. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback on a jet sweep. They fake the jet sweep. Hand to Bentley running left. He's tackled after a 2-yard gain with a flag down. Ja'Cory Quarterman is the one that brings him down. Let's check the flag.
Umpire throws this. Flag on this.
Maybe in the area of illegal defense. Legal formation called against Sioux City. So sputtering here at the start for the Bandits.
Mike, been 37 years since we've had a Triple Crown winner at the Belmont Stakes. 90,000 people in attendance. Bob Baffert, who's the trainer of American Pharaoh. He's also won it 97, 98, and 2002 with Silver. Had a chance to go with Silver Charm, Real Quiet, and War Emblem.
2nd and 15 Bandits back at their own 21. Near hash moving left to right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Dowdell straight back to throw. Throws right. Batted right back at his chest by Marquise George. It's going to be 3rd and 15.
Mike, you got to like the play. George goes up there. He's just watching the quarterback. As soon as the quarterback pops his arm up, he jumps up in the air, able to bat the ball away. Just very fortunate that didn't come down to one of our players.
And they just called illegal defense, so wipe out the play by Marquise George.
Beautiful, but getting back to the Triple Crown. Mike, we've had 3 winners since 1948. Citation, 48, 25 years went away. Secretariat, 73. Affirm in 78, and American Pharoah won the day to get the Triple Crown. 37 years since Affirm did it. Congratulations.
2nd and 10, Sioux City at the Dodge 24. Trips to the right. Dowdell under center. Deep in a one-back set is Bentley. Bruno and Downs in motion. Back to throw Dowdell. On a crossing pattern has Downs. Inside the 10. Cuts it back right. And he's tackled by Dwayne Autry at the Dodge City 6-yard line. But not before a catch and run of 18 yards at a Sioux City first down.
Mike, a play they love to run, kind of just a delayed drag route as they come across. Something that we were able to get them with also in that ball game toward the end of the ball game. But the thing is that that's just a nice little play right there. Able to move everybody out, then all of a sudden the receiver just comes right across the middle. Nice pass by Dowdell.
Willie Downs from Tallahassee, Florida. 1st and goal, left hash at the 6. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. Fakes the jet sweep. Misdirection handoff. Bentley trying to break tackles running off left guard. And he's finally shut down with a flag down by Cashman Thomas at the 4. Gain of 1.5 yards. We'll check the hanky.
Wow, tossing flags real quick like here. And I tell you what I like about George. George was in the backfield and just missed the tackle. And that's kind of hard, Mike. You're just going back to a point right there and you tackle whatever's back there and just missed it.
That was something stressed all week by Sean Ponder. Discipline, assignment football on the defensive side. And we're still waiting for the official call on the penalty. The flag was just picked up, and now the referee's call. Penalty was an illegal defense called against Dodge City, which puts the ball at the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. Sioux City in the red zone this year, ranked 3rd. 45 touchdowns. Only 2 red zone turnovers. One of them came against Dodge City in week 2. Dowdell under center with an extra offensive lineman in. Bentley deep in a one-back set. Handoff Bentley. Breaks a tackle off right guard to the goal line, and he's down to the half-yard line. A gain of 3. Ja'Cory Quarterman rides him down from behind. It'll be 2nd and goal inside the 1.
Trying to ride right behind number 78, Barnes. He's a big offensive lineman from what school at University of Southern Mississippi. He's 6'4", 352, Mike.
This offensive line, 6'4", 327 across. 2nd and goal from the 1. Barnes is an eligible tight end. Dowdell under center. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Bentley the single setback. Handoff to Bentley. Leans forward off right guard. Touchdown, Sioux City.
Nice drive by Sioux City. Penalties on both teams right there. After George made a great play by knocking the ball down, but again, illegal defense brought that, really kind of negated that. Thank you. I'll tell you what, nice drive though by Sioux City. We were able to go get one right off the bat. We give them great field position, which, you know, what's been kind of problematic for our team on top of that, giving away great field position all through the season on kickoffs.
4 plays, 24 yards in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. And it's Johnny Bentley, his 15th rushing touchdown of the year. Max Martin on for the extra point to tie it. Snap back, Dowdell holds it. Extra point floats towards the upside. And it squeaks just inside that left crossbar. 11:17 to play here in the opening quarter. We are tied at 7 on Z98. 4 plays, 24 yards in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. It's Johnny Bentley from a yard out. Extra point good, and we're tied at 7. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff, an end-over-end floating kick comes to Carson right at the goal line. Up the far side, numbers 10, 15, 20. There goes Carson. Looked like a horse collar tackle, breaks the tackle into plus territory before Max Martin finally brings him down at the Sioux City 17-yard line. There was no flag, surprisingly, but Carson nearly broke free. And in doing so, sets Dodge City up in plus territory after a 33-yard return.
Richard Daniel got a piece of something, Mike. I thought he actually got, at first looked like the helmet, but it wasn't the helmet. I thought it was inside the shoulder pads to bring that down, but nice little carry right there by Carson. Daniel made a good play to really basically in the open field make that tackle. Nice play.
Moved the ball to the 16, so 34 yards on the return. 7 all. We've played 4 minutes. 1st and 10 Dodge City. Right hash moving right to left at the Bandits' 16-yard line. They scored on their first play. Vincent and Young split right. Carson and Davis to the left. Floyd out of the shotgun. Sends 2 in high motion. Takes a waist-high snap. Quarterback draw up the middle. 15. Bouncing right near the 10. Cuts it back left. Gets a block from Davis, and he's finally brought down near the 8-yard line. The one that hit him first was John Smith. Now some extracurricular after the play. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Got to be careful. I like that about Josh, too, though, Mike. He was going down there. Mike, you know what? When you're in that situation, it is so fast coming up to you that you're sitting there trying to find the block. And he's able to find 2 or 3 of them right there and then cut right across the corner again. And then nice little tackle, though. But I like that out of Josh Floyd. Great read right there and protecting the football.
Clock has stopped at 10:32. I didn't see any flags. Somebody called a timeout. Dodge City just burned a timeout with 10:32 remaining first quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff. If you're just tuning in, just to let you know what's happened thus far, on the very first play, and we should mention that on the special teams part of it, we're kicking it away from Frederick Bruno, who was named, along with Dominique Carson, as Special Teams Player of the Year. On the other end, they've kicked twice to Carson. The second one was a 34-yard return, but on Dodge City's opening possession, first play, 36 yards, Carson to the house. Maybe a little upset that he was finished 3rd in the MVP voting. Sioux City drives 4 plays, 24 yards, and 3:11. They tied the game on Bentley's 1-yard rushing touchdown. And then after the 34-yard Dominique Carson kickoff return, it's now 2nd and goal after Josh Floyd's 8-yard quarterback draw.
You know what? If it wasn't for the big Paula Daniel reaching out there, Carson would have taken that to the house.
2nd and goal from the 8. Ball in the near hash. Dello Davis to the near side left. Mo Young slot right. Brandon Benson wide right, matched up with Cliff Stokes. Floyd now shifts from under center into the shotgun with Carson to his left. Sends 2 in high motion. Takes a knee-high snap. Trap handoff to Carson. Wiggles up the middle. Breaks a tackle. And he's in. Carrying Cliff Stokes for a touchdown from 8 yards out. Carson in the first 4.5 minutes has 2 rushing touchdowns.
Mike, I tell you, what a nice little play there, because Carson comes up to the line. He knows that he's faster than a lot of the other guys. He comes up to the defensive lineman, Anthony Thomas, and makes him stop. He knows that he can take off faster than Anthony Thomas. Thomas looks like he's feasting, thinking he's going to have a big-time tackle. All of a sudden, Carson goes right by him, makes a nice little move into the secondary, and gets in for the touchdown. Sweet play.
Alex Fambro on for the extra point. We figured we'd see a lot of scoring in this game. Whistles blowing all over the place. 2 plays, 16 yards, and 51 seconds. And Dominique Carson, who again finished 3rd in the MVP voting behind Charles Dowdell, who was the Offensive Player of the Year last year at Bloomington. And then this year named the MVP. Chris Coffin was named the Offensive Player of the Year. And Sean Ponder pointed out something that made a lot of sense. Carson only gets about 60 to 65% of the carries, splitting it with King Jack Washington. There was a penalty called against Sioux City after the play, which will be assessed on the kickoff.
Mike, there's some chippiness going on out there right now, and you got to understand how important this ball game is for our team, along with Sioux City. Thing is, you don't want anybody getting thrown out of this ball game. Alex
Fambro on for the extra point. Snap back, placement good. The kick is right down the middle. 10:26 left here in the first. 14-7 Dodge City on Z98. Now, you never want to say scoring points is a bad thing, but Dodge City has run 3 offensive plays right now in the first 4.5 minutes, so their defense will be out on the field. They only ran, Sioux City did 4 plays. We're talking about indoor football, but it has to be mentioned. 14-7 Dodge after a 2-play, 16-yard drive that results in Dominique Carson's 2nd rushing touchdown.
Well, Mike, it's going to be interesting how your stat program is going to be able to hold up, because it is going to have a busy night the way it's already shaped up to be right now. You know, we talked about this. Could be a track meet at the start of this ball game. Right now, both teams, I mean, we've seen 3 possessions and 3 scores.
Are you surprised that Dodge has not thrown the ball yet? I mean, why throw it when you have number 21, and even when you put King Jack Washington into the game?
And that's going to set up the pass here pretty soon, Mike. It's going to be one of these cases where, you know, maybe our very next possession on our very first down, regardless where we're at, is go play action down the gut.
10:26 left here in the first. 14-7 Dodge City. Dominique Carson with 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 from 36 and 1 from 8 yards out. He now has 26 on the year, and he's up towards 600 yards rushing. Again, he's not been the full-time back because he split carries with King Jack Washington. So when I was talking to co-owner Ricky Burtz yesterday, and he had released the league awards, were we surprised that Dominique Carson was not the MVP, or at least the Offensive Player of the Year? Yes, because, again, not a full-time role, but still one of the leading rushers in the league. The only one that has rushed for more yards per game was Seth Smith from Duke City. So overall, Dominique Carson is second in the league in rushing yards.
But Mike, you sit there and think about that when you got Floyd in the backfield. You also got King Jack, very good athletes. I mean, I tell you what, DC Carson, if he was the only name, you'd understand he would be the MVP. But thing is, so we've got some good athletes in that backfield.
Fambro to kick it away. Ron Franklin, Frederick Bruno back deep. An end-over-end kick, and that was the game plan. Fambro kicks it out of the end zone, which will give Sioux City the ball at midfield. And remember what Sean Ponder said on Tuesday. He says, we'll give them the ball at midfield, give them the short field, because of what Frederick Bruno is able to do. 5 kickoff returns for touchdowns for Bruno, including a 53-yarder last week against Amarillo.
And you know, when you're talking about Bruno's a big young man. He's a wide receiver, 5'8", 210 pounds from Wayne State, Mike. This is a big cat to bring down. I still like the line drive kicks myself.
1st and 10 Bandits now trailing 14-7 with 10:23 left first quarter. Now they just backed it up because of the penalty. So that puts the ball back at the 12.5-yard line. That was the penalty after the touchdown. So 1st and 10, Sioux City from there. Ball on the left hash. Dowdell, the league's MVP, had his team ready to go, and then they blew the whistle. Now he's under center. Bentley deep in a one-back set. Bruno left, 2 receivers to the right. 2 in high motion. Dowdell, hands for Bentley on a misdirection, running left. And Ja'Cory Quarterman sniffs it out, maybe squeezed out a yard. Out near the 14-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 8, close to 9.
Mike, Green did a great job. He's right over the center, was able to really just shove him out of the way, come right up the middle. So then that leaves Quarterman to fill the other hole. Quarterman fills that, right there's the ball carrier, nice tackle.
2nd down and 8. Sioux City moving left to right. Ball on the left hash at their own 13.5. Dowdell under center. Bentley behind him in a one-back set. Bruno left. Downs and Mothershed split right. They motion 2 to the near side. Dowdell back to throw, and he whistles one high up the seam for Frederick Bruno. Dejan Love back in coverage. Those two exchange pleasantries after the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
And Dejan actually came up to make a play and try to slow the receiver down to hit him, just to make that contact to keep the rhythm off just a little bit. He missed him, had to fire back right in there, but we had it covered. Pass was high, incomplete.
3rd and 9, Sioux City, left hash at their own 13. They are 42% this year on 3rd down. Mothershed right, down slot right, Frederick Bruno wide left. Dowdell under center, single setback is Bentley. Dowdell straight back to throw. 3-man rush, steps up, lobs one right, incomplete. Out of bounds up the sideline for Bentley. Lou Van Green putting the pressure on Dowdell. It'll be 4th and 9.
Right now, Lou Van Green is doing a great job by getting up the field. But really, I like the play by Dowdell, too. I mean, it's a smart play, Mike. He knows that he's being under pressure right now. Why throw it away? I mean, throw it away instead of putting it downfield where it could be intercepted as you're being taken down. Nice play there by Dowdell, just to get rid of it.
Max Martin will come on for a long field goal attempt. His long this year is 38.
Oh, he's really been good about blocking these. He needs somebody to come down here and hold for him. They're going to take a timeout.
Unless he's doing the drop kick.
Well, this will be interesting.
And now Dowdell will come out. Play clock is down to 10. It took a while to reset it. Spotted at the 7-yard line, and then Monte Lewis just jumped into the neutral zone, which is going to be a free 5 yards to make it 4th and 4.
Well, he's coming. Barnes flinched. See how they call this. Nope, going to go against DC.
That'll put the ball at the 17. Checked at the 18-yard line. Let's see if the offense now stays on the field. Martin will remain on there for the long field goal attempt. Now they'll hold it from the 12-yard line. 45-yard field goal attempt for Martin. And his long this year is 38. He's 10 of 26 kicking field goals. Dowdell will hold. Carson is back deep. Snap back placement, good. Martin's end-over-end kick, spinning towards the uprights, and it's good. Just over the crossbar, and a 45-yard field goal is barely good for Max Martin. 7:50 left first quarter. Dodge 14, Sioux City 10 on Z98. 7:50 left here in the opening quarter alongside Ross Miller. Mike Pilosoff, 4 plays, -7 yards because of some penalties, but other than that, they salvaged the drive to Sioux City with a 45-yard Max Martin field goal. 14-10 Law. About to get the football back, and Martin's end-over-end skying kick comes to Carson, 7 yards deep. Up the middle, 5, bouncing right near the 10, slips, flag comes out. And Carson is decked as he gets across the 10 near the 12-yard line. As the tackle was made by Angelo Pri, and now another flag comes out after an 18-yard return.
Well, I know the first one I think is going to go against DC on that play. Mike, I want to just give a shout out to all the CIF fans out there. And what you're seeing here at Dodge City inside the arena, the great camera work that goes on. Starts off with Mike and Gwen Nelson of Media Services, Scott and Dennis, and also Tommy running the cameras. These guys do, and gals, do a great job. Excellent work. Replay is always fun to watch. They really work it well.
Okay, so there were 2 penalties, a face mask called against Sioux City and then a personal foul on Jamie January for Dodge City. So one was a dead ball foul, which is Dodge City's penalty, which they would mark at half the distance, we think. The umpire's got it. He's moving it back, then forward. Now the ball will rest at the 13-yard line.
I like the fact that we're able to run the ball, but we talked about this. You know, Sean Ponder's not afraid to throw it on first down. Play action, bang, throw it. But the way we're running the football, man, it's been fun to watch. Got Keenchak in the backfield.
1st and 10 Law, right hash at their own 13. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd out of the gun. Off his right hip is Keenchak Washington. 2 in high motion. Floyd, play action. 5-step drop. Wants the bomb. On a post route for Davis, incomplete. Step for step in the end zone was Cliff Stokes. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Like the uniforms that we have, Mike. It's really kind of cool. It's talking about habitat. It's got that little bit of a camouflage look, if you will, but on the back of them, above the numbers, is not the names of the players. It says, save the hunt, save the habitat. Really like them. Easy to read for us.
And we're not going to complain about that.
Absolutely not.
7 minutes to play in the first. 14-10 Dodge City. 2nd down and 10. Law right hash at their own 13. Vinson, Keenchak Washington, and Dello Davis to the left. You can also add Mo Young, who's back this week after injuring his hand a few weeks back against Amarillo. They set up the bubble screen, and Vincent dropped it on the near side left inside the 10. Incomplete. Heard footsteps from John Smith. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Darn it, we had a nice little blocking gate set up also over there, opening up the sideline. He makes that catch, and I think, you know what, it's one of these deals that this guy is a very good athlete, Mike. Some people talk about on his team, they don't want any names mentioned because it hurt other people's feelings, call him the best athlete on this team. It's just one of those that just went through, was looking for the hole before he took off with it and dropped the football.
3rd and 10 Law of 14-10 with less than 6.5 to play in the first. At their own 13, they are number 1 in the league on 3rd down conversion. Trips left, single receiver right. Floyd out of the shotgun. Sioux City showing blitz. And here they come. Floyd back to throw. Off his back foot, over the middle, and it's dropped by Dello Davis at the 20-yard line. And once again, he heard footsteps from John Smith, who almost had an interception off the bobble. It'll be 4th down and 10.
Just a little bit high to Davis. Boy, he puts that in the numbers. That was going to be interesting because Davis, while he's up in the air battling with the football, wasn't able to make that catch. He catches that football in the numbers. It's going to be very close for a 1st down. If we don't, we're going to go for it on 4th down, knowing Sean Ponder.
Alex Fambro will come on for a long field goal attempt. So Fambro, a 50-yard field goal from inside his own 10 with Franklin and Bruno back deep. Snap is back, the placement is good, the kick on the way. End over end, and it's good! The first field goal this year for Alex Fambro. Right down the middle, and why not?
Exactly the 2 words I was thinking too, Mike. Why not?
Officially 52 yards, and Fambro nails it. 4:59 left first quarter. Dodge City 17, Sioux City 10 on Z98. 4:59 left to the first. And for Alex Fambro, who had missed his first 11 field goal attempts of the year, Apparently number 12 was the lucky charm, a 52-yarder right down the middle. After Dodge City went 3 downs and out, extending the Law lead 17-10 now with 4:59 left in the first.
Mike, the way this game's going, I hope you don't have anything planned for midnight.
With these two offenses, this might be like one of those 21-inning baseball games that goes 2 or 3 in the morning.
We're sitting here at the 4:59 mark.
First quarter, almost 40 minutes old.
Yes.
Franklin and Frederick Bruno, who is named the CIF Special Teams Player of the Year alongside Dodge City's Dominique Carson. Ron Franklin, who's one of the best defensive backs in the league, stands back there as well. In fact, Franklin leads the league in INTs.
I'm going with the line drive kick again.
There's the line drive off the wall at midfield, spins, and it comes to a stop at the 17-yard line of Sioux City.
Well, Mike, you look what side we're lining up onto. Bruno's on the opposite side. We have Franklin down below us. And like I said, we're just taking a line shot right here, not getting anything taken care of. I mean, what I like about that is that we're keeping that ball out of Bruno's hands.
Still marking it off. One official's at midfield, the other one's at the 19.
Boy, nice crowd here. Boy, great job of tailgating too, Mike. I come in here. You count, I'm going to say 6 is what I was sitting there trying to count the grills or people that, pulling food off. Some huge tailgaters out there. And then, of course, a couple just had their back end open up and just sitting there kind of relaxing in chairs in the shade. About 87 degrees out. Beautiful night.
Penalty on Dodge City moves the ball to the Law 20. 1st and 10, Sioux City now down a touchdown at the Dodge City 20. On a jet sweep from right to left goes Bruno, but he runs right into Deshaun Love. And he lost 3 yards. That's the scouting report. A lot of jet sweeps, counters, and misdirection handoffs. It's 2nd and 13.
Love did such a great job of fighting off the block, Mike, and then make that read. He got to the inside. When he does that, he's able to wrap up the runner because he couldn't get to the outside. Nice job there by Deshaun Love.
4:15 to go in the first. 17-10 Dodge City. 2nd and 13 left hash. Sioux City moving left to right at the Dodge 23. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell in the shotgun with Bentley to his left. Takes a low snap, straight back to throw. Steps up with a flag down, runs left, and he's buried at the 24, lost another yard. Ja'Cory Quarterman and Monte Lewis finish him off. It's going to be a holding call anyway against Sioux City.
I'm going to call it a possible hold here. Let's see what they call on this because we were trying to get in there. It's going to be interesting because it is going to go against Sioux City.
Ponder just waved his arms to decline the penalty.
Mike, Dowdell was going to make a toss into the secondary. As he got ready to pump, we jumped in front of it. Dowdell made a nice place by just tucking the football underneath and then taking off with it.
Less than 4 to go here in the first. 17-10 Dodge. 3rd down and 14. Sioux City at the Dodge 24. Mothershed and Downs to the right. Bruno and Bentley left. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Play clock at 10, 2 in high motion. Dowdell takes a chest-high snap, 3-step drop. Lobs one towards the end zone, and it's intercepted. Flags flying all over the place. It's picked off by Dwayne Autry. And we're going to get a pass interference.
And we will.
Against Dodge City as Autry picks it off. And if it's pass interference, this will be a 1st down for Sioux City.
Mike, they were going right down the seam that time, and they were going to go to Willie Downs, and we just made contact before the ball got there. Threw Willie Downs off his route.
Not a good throw, though, by Dowdell. Just kind of fluttered. Dowdell coming into this game had gone 50 straight pass attempts without an interception.
Guys, listen to all the coaches that are in the stands here. Wasn't happy with that call either.
Moves the ball to the 9. 1st and goal from there. Sioux City down a touchdown on the move left to right. Mothershed and Downs to the right. Bruno left. Bentley deep in a 1-back set with his hands on his knees. Dowdell takes the snap, hands it off to Willie Downs, moving from right to left on a jet sweep. Lost his shoe. And he's tackled by Monte Lewis, who had a huge game last week with 2 sacks. Gain of 2 to the 7 at 2nd and goal.
Mike, I like what we're doing on the defense. We're really spreading this team out, if you will. Using the 28 yards that we have in between wall to wall and doing a great job of making that open field tackle. Nice job.
2nd and goal, left hash Sioux City at the 7. Barnes is an eligible tight end right. Mothershed, Downs, and Bruno all to the left. Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback. They motion 2 across the formation. Dowdell straight back to throw. Throws one right, and it's intercepted. Picked off. A diving interception by Dodge City. That's Lou Van Green. As he snuffed it out, and Dodge has it back inside their own 10.
And Mike, exactly great technique that you teach. Quarterback cocks the ball, puts his arm up. Defensive linemen put their hands up also, and able to bat the ball up in the air. What a great job by Green, able to find that ball, diving for it, taking his big frame down there, putting his hands underneath it, and getting a hold of that. And I'm not sure who got a hold of that. That might have been George that made the play on that. Nice play, because he's over on that, I guess I'll call it our right side. Nice play there by George. Green diving after the football.
First interception thrown by Charles Dowdell in 4 games. He's thrown 7 picks this year. 2 of them have come against Dodge City. 2.5 to play first quarter. Dodge up 17-10, 1st and 10 from their own 7. Hand off to Carson out of the shotgun, runs right. And he stretches the ball out near the 9-yard line as he's taken down a waist-high tackle from behind by James Patterson, who was signed a few weeks back. Let go by Omaha. They'll mark him at the 8, so it's a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
George made a great play, Mike. He's 270, 6'3". Former Dodge City Conk used to play here for the junior college. Nice play.
Looking at Dowdell, that was his first interception in his last 55 pass attempts. 2nd down and 9, Dodge City at their own 8. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Carson off the left hip of Floyd. He takes a chest-high snap. Straight back to throw. Well protected. Whistles went down the sideline. Davis adjusts down the near sideline, but the ball was thrown errantly out of bounds. Incomplete. Andre Jones, who had that spectacular interception against Amarillo last week, was back in coverage. It's 3rd and 9.
Jones is big too, 5'11", 215. But Mike, another thing that I don't think a lot of people really realize what a great job Carson does is taking on the linebacker straight up. Did a good job that time, giving Floyd time to throw the football. Floyd just got away from him a little bit to the outside. He was going to make it to only one person go get that football. Unfortunately, is a DC Law fan.
3rd and 9, Dodge at their own 8-yard line. Dodge 0 for 2 on 3rd down. 2 receivers to the right. Now 3 right. Floyd out of the shotgun. Takes a waist-high snap. 3-man rush. Slides to his right. Steps up. Whistles went down the middle for McLean, and it's broken up.
Good
in
call.
the end zone, and now a pass interference is going to be called on Ron Franklin. Franklin, who leads the league in interceptions with 9, is going to be flagged for pass interference, and this will give Dodge City a 1st down.
And Mike, this is a good call. Ball's in the air, and Franklin's trying to find out where he is. He's using one hand and just basically pushes with that hand, able to get that space so he can jump in front of that football. Good call. And Mike, when you watch this, you see Carson's going to come after the linebacker. All of a sudden, he misses the linebacker, does that on purpose. Linebacker goes shooting by. Floyd floats over. If he wanted to, he could just pitch the ball to Carson, but he saw somebody downfield and went for the ball.
Franklin, who has an interception in all but 3 games this year. He has been unbelievable. I guess you can call it Ron Franklin Island.
That's an easy call, if you ask me.
Sioux City fans not pleased. But 1st down, Dodge City. They're going to mark the ball at their own 23. 47 seconds to play first quarter. The biggest difference, if you look at Sioux City from the early part of the season to now, they're not killing themselves as far as penalties. And that's
Well, they had 16 of them last time.
16 for 150 yards the first time. But first 2 games, 27 penalties for 230 yards. Last 9 games, they're averaging just 7 penalties for 42 yards.
And that helps out a lot. The Bandits have really put it together since the start of the season, the first 5 games.
1st and 10 Law at their own 23. Floyd takes the snap, toss sweep right, comes to Carson, inside the numbers, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, pushing forward, getting some help from Kyle McManus, and he's all the way down to the Sioux City 19-yard line before Cliff Stokes, amongst others, brings him down. So on the run for Carson, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Mike, you know that I like offensive linemen. As we're going to come here to the end of the first quarter, I like offensive linemen that get downfield, but I also like defensive linemen that don't quit on the play. Great job that time to come back on the play. Anthony Thomas, 6'3", 330 pounds, University of Arizona for the Bandits. Almost had the play right there, but slowed Carson up enough as he came back in on the play so those other guys could rally to him and make that tackle.
Anthony Thomas, the elder statesman on this team, graduated from Arizona back in 2002. He's in his mid-30s, and he's the one of the main guys on that defensive line that has had to shift around with injuries to Ben Peaster and Sean Kelly. That's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, Dodge City 17, Sioux City 10 on Z98. 15 minutes in the books, the longest first quarter I think we've played all year, maybe since week one. And Dodge City leads it 17-10 alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff at United Wireless Arena. As we take a look at the first quarter numbers, first downs, Dodge City 2, Sioux City had 1, total yards lost 61, Bandits had 20 total yards and 1 turnover. And then you look at the time of possession, Dodge City 651, Sioux City 809. And then to the individual numbers, Floyd 0 for 4, did not complete a pass in that first quarter. But Carson 4 carries for 53 and 2 touchdowns, including a 36-yarder. Second and 2, Law now moving left to right at the Sioux City 19. Floyd straight back to throw with 2 receivers either way and a quick slant up the seam left, and it's dropped by Dominique Carson, but an errant throw again by Floyd, who's now 0 for 5. Ron Franklin was back in coverage. It's 3rd and 2.
Mike, you've talked about the footwork of Floyd. Really not setting up and really getting the ball in there. He's a little bit, maybe 3/4 right there. The guy was there. Carson was there. Just maybe a little bit too far in front of him. And Floyd, he doesn't throw a softball, bud. He throws a fastball that comes right in there. Tough one to catch right there.
Yeah, Mo Young attested to that during the coach's show. Young, who missed the last 3 games with the hand injury, is back. And he's on the bench right now. 3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 2 Law. Right hash at the Sioux City 19. Floyd sets up the screen left, caught by Carson at the numbers, tries to wiggle free and will not. Marlon Lobin chops him down at the 20-yard line. Cliff Stokes helped finish him off, losing a yard, and now it's 4th and 3.
Just going to see if we can get a block down there. Might be able to spring him and take off. Floyd, you see everybody float over that way with all the Bandits. Somewhere down the line, you'd like to see the same play. Floyd lead the way, come the opposite way, come clear across the field. Floyd takes on the first guy. Don't be surprised Carson could score on a play like that.
You believe this? Dodge City only ran 9 offensive plays in the first quarter. 4th and 3, the offense stays on the field. Left hash at the Sioux City 20. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Floyd out of the gun. Off his left hip is Carson. Floyd back to throw. His throw left is batted up in the air and knocked away by Richard Daniel. So Sioux City survives a Charles Dowdell interception, his first in 55 pass attempts. And now they turn it over on downs, and Sioux City has it back, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Wow, and that was interesting because what you saw was Lobin, Mike, just basically went up and lined up right behind the tackle spot, in between the tackle. And I'm a little bit surprised on that with the defensive line. He's the linebacker, and he's sitting almost right on the defensive line. Interesting call. No call.
As I say, interesting call or no call with no illegal defense. And now Sioux City has it just across their own 20.
How do you miss that?
17-10, just underway second quarter. Law in front. Dodge City needs to win. They can get some help, obviously, from Amarillo. But that's not the case right now. Venom up 28-0 in the second quarter, so that's going to tell you that looks like San Angelo has folded the tent. Sideline warning, I believe, was just called against Dodge City. So if Amarillo wins, Dodge has to win. Otherwise, they are officially eliminated. But if Dodge and Amarillo win, Dodge City has the tiebreaker because it would be a 3-way tiebreaker. Now, if those 2 teams finish with the same record and nobody else had the same record, obviously Amarillo gets in. But Amarillo has 5 losses. Dodge City only has 4. But if those 2 teams finish at 7-5, Amarillo beat Dodge City twice during the regular season. They own the tiebreaker.
Amarillo made that long trip up to Sioux City, 812 miles, Mike.
And they got blasted, gave up 70 points. Sioux City has scored 70 points or more during this 6-game winning streak twice.
And that's 812 miles one way.
Yeah, I asked you that the other day. 1st and 10, Sioux City at their own 20-yard line. 3 receivers left. Dowdell takes the snap. Hands it off to Bentley, sweeping to the near side left, and he's taken down. Running sideline to sideline was Dontre Peters, and they drop him back at the 17. It's a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
What a great play by Monte Lewis. Just steps right up there, sees the play. They try to go a little wildcat, try to cross things up just a little bit. Monte just steps out there, grabs a hold of him. And Mike, we've talked about this. I think that downfall was turnovers, penalties, and also open field tackling that we really struggled when we weren't winning ball games.
Mothershed trots right, Downs in a slot right, 2 receivers to the left. Dowdell out of the shotgun on 2nd and 13 from his own 17. Two in high motion, takes a waist-high snap. Quarterman comes on a blitz. Dowdell off his back foot to the end zone, incomplete. There's a flag down at the Dodge City 17-yard line. Back in coverage was Dontre Peters. As Willie Downs again was the intended receiver. We'll check the penalty again.
Pointing to Dejan Love.
Every time Sioux City's gotten in long yardage situation, a penalty flag has bailed them out. And it might be the case again here.
Season ticket holders, just want to remind you that you can renew your season tickets before July 1st. Those tickets will go up. There are a long line of people that want tickets, especially those lower seats tickets also. Call 620-371-7240 or come up to the offices here. Renew your tickets. Great seats. They put on a great service here. DC Law, top-notch organization.
Illegal contact, 5-yard penalty and a first down. 1st and 10, Sioux City at their own 22. 4 receivers, 2 either way. Now Bentley shift from a receiver to a tailback to the left of Dowdell. Quarterback draw with a flag down right behind him. And Dowdell pinballs to the Dodge City 21 up the near hash mark before Lou Van Green, who had the interception on the last possession, brings him down. That's going to wipe out a 7-yard run. An illegal formation called against Sioux City. And the last time the Bandits were here in this building, had 16 penalties for 152 yards. They turned it over a couple of times. They allowed 2 sacks. We mentioned the sacks because Dodge City, coming in, only has 15 of them. 4th fewest sacks in the league.
I thought Bentley started just a little bit too soon on that play.
1st and 15, Sioux City, near hash moving right to left. At their own 17. Twins right, single receiver left. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Takes the chest-high snap, 4-man rush. Over the middle on a crossing pattern. And stretching the arms out to make the catch is Downs, moving left to right. Hit by Dejan Love. Love's helmet comes off before he tackles Downs at the Dodge City 20. It's a gain of 13. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Love's got to go out because the helmet comes off, come right back in. Next play, the nice pass play, though. I tell you, Dowdell just he's coming across the middle, just, you know, like he looks downfield, Mike, all of a sudden he makes that little shift with his head, and then bam, right there, just nice pass.
Downs, who signed with Florida State out of high school, did not qualify, ended up going the JUCO route. First, now 2nd down and short, handoff to Bentley from the Dodge City 20, off left guard, met by Marquise George, falls forward to the 19, gain of a yard, it's 3rd and 1.
Like what we're doing so far, this is basically 2-down territory for the Bandits. Just get that first down, keep on driving.
3rd and 1, Sioux City at the Dodge 19. Bandits 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Bruno comes to the left, now will shift to the right with 3 receivers. Dowdell under center. Bentley with his hands on his thighs, deep in a 1-back set. And they get a man to jump. That's Lou Van Green, and that will give Sioux City a 1st down. Penalties killing Dodge City. That'll be the 7th penalty in this first half against the Law.
Defense has been playing well, Mike. We've been taking shots, taking gamble, you know, just taking it to them. But Mike, right there, I actually thought Dowdell, you know, like I said, I mean, you can, when you're going through your cadence, you can move a little bit. I thought he was maybe put a little bit too much into it, threw us off.
1st and 10, Sioux City on the left hash at the Dodge 14. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. They motion Bruno, play action. Back to throw Dowdell. Off his back foot, wide open. Up the far side, numbers in the end zone. Touchdown, Mothershed. There is a flag down behind the play at the 21. As it stands, it's a 14-yard touchdown strike from Dowdell to Mothershed.
Boy, Mothershed there all by himself. Basically 2 guys over on one side. We could only guard 1 at a time. And just did a good job. I mean, he's looking, all of a sudden sees Mothershed. Mothershed doesn't raise his hands up until the ball gets to him, makes a nice catch.
They faked the jet sweep to Bruno, so the touchdown is good. This is going to go against Dodge City. It's a personal foul called against Dodge City. Late hit on the quarterback, I believe, was the instruction there. So now Max Martin comes on for the extra point to tie it. With 10:32 left, Dodge had their chance following the interception to make this a 2-score game, and they were not able to do so. Martin's extra point is off the upright, but bounces back the other way and good. 10:32 left here in the first half. Sioux City and Dodge City tied at 17 at Z98. 4 plays, 30 yards, and 255. Dowdell hits Mothershed. For Dowdell, it's his 38th touchdown pass of the year. Mothershed 8th touchdown reception. Extra point good, ties it at 17 with 10:32 remaining in this first half. Alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosaw from United Wireless Arena. And again, checking the out-of-town scoreboard, 36-0 Amarillo over San Angelo. So Dodge has to win this game or they are out of the playoffs. Carson and Cashman Thomas back deep, away to the Max Martin kick. And once again, they will kick it to Carson. 6 yards deep in the end zone. Up the middle, 5 to the left side, numbers 10. Gets a block from January. Down the sideline and hit into the wall by Mothershed at the 16-yard line after a 22-yard return. Check out the 21-yard line.
Mike, how fast is Carson? That ball's deep in the end zone. Kicked high, too, and we talked about that 3 or 4 second hang time, actually giving guys a chance to get down to the 10-yard line to make a tackle. He comes out there, he's just able to freeze a guy and just blow right by him. It's really good. Got to get that downfield blocking, though, able to free him up, but that's a nice little return.
Now there's a penalty after the play from the touchdown that went against Dodge City. That's going to back this up.
Personal foul.
So after the 21-yard line, it was actually a 27-yard return. But now the personal foul penalty will back Dodge City up inside their own 15.
Mike, I got a letter from a trucker from Cleveland, by the way. And the letter said, nah, 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 nah. Cleveland's in the finals. Miami's not.
Well, but I never bet him.
No, you didn't bet him.
No. And I never said Miami would be in the finals. But
whatever.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Oh, no.
Here I was eating. I'm in Liberal. I'm eating at Applebee's. I've got Mike on one side. I've got a trucker from Cleveland. Mike saying that I guarantee Miami will be in the playoffs as he's pointing across my food as I'm trying to get it to my mouth. The trucker on the other side said that Cleveland will be there. It was, Mike, I swear to goodness gracious. I am going to learn Kung Fu this summer just to protect you. Between owners of this league, truckers from Cleveland, old ladies down in, where was that at? Bixby, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That you're cutting off left and right. And they're pulling their Mac 9 out. Man, I tell you, I'm going to learn some kind of self-defense so I can just protect myself.
So you're saying I have a lot of enemies?
I'm not saying you have a lot of enemies. It's just that you're a vocal person who likes to express what's on his mind.
Well, so was the guy that said the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes.
We're still waiting. They have not moved the ball back. It's still sitting at the 21, so either they forgot about the penalty or they just haven't moved the football yet. 10:22 left here in the half. We're tied at 17. Dodge scored first. Sioux City answered right back to tie it. Dodge took the lead on Dominique Carson's second rushing touchdown following his 36-yarder. Sioux City added a field goal by Max Martin. Dodge added a 52-yarder by Alex Famber to make it 17-10. Dodge had an interception as Lou Van Green picked off Dowdell. The first interception thrown by Dowdell in 4 games and 55 pass attempts, but Dodge couldn't capitalize. Sioux City does, as Dowdell throws a touchdown pass, 14 yards to Mothershed, ties the game. And now Dodge has it back.
Mike, take the NBA playoffs. Golden State, way to go, Golden State. Real proud of him. Curry is the man. LeBron right now, but really you sit there and look at the Cavaliers. They're so beat up right now. And with Irving out of the mix now, I think it's really opened this up for Golden State.
Ross, they still have not moved the football, and they won't.
I'm not saying anything.
Neither am I. 1st and 10 Law, left hash at their own 21. King Jack Washington to the left of Floyd. McLean slot right. Wide right is Vincent. To the far side left, Davis. 2 in high motion as Floyd takes a low snap. Option read, keeps, runs left. Jukes back to the right, and he's tackled in the open field by John Smith at the 25-yard line, just outside the hash marks. It's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Mike, I think everybody forgot about that penalty that should have been tacked on after the kickoff.
Yeah, that should have been back inside their own 15. In fact, would have been inside their own 10 on a personal foul after the touchdown. And now a 2nd down and 6. Dodge City and Sioux City tied at 17 with less than 10 to play in the first half. Ball resting on the left hash. Benson goes wide to the right. And a slot right is Washington. 2 receivers left. Now 3 to the right as McLean shifts. Floyd under center. Takes the snap, play action, back to throw, well protected, slides left, sidearms a pass, and it's caught by McLean, right up the middle, 15, and he pinballs down near the 12-yard line. Cliff Stokes getting some help from Marlon Lobin, but it's a Dodge City first down all the way to the Sioux City 13. It's a gain of 12.
Mike, in the previous play, I thought Lobin made a great play. That time, we do a little play action, able to get guys down. And what I like about that, Josh, he's looking. He did a pump fake, didn't panic, goes back and sets up and able to see McLean sitting right down there, makes a nice pass to McLean.
1st and 10 Law, left hash at the Sioux City 13 and a 17-17 deadlock. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd out of the gun with Washington to his right. Hands for Washington, sweeping left with a cutback move, and he's inside the 10. And it was Anthony Thomas that strung him out, but Washington made a cutback to the right, and he's inside the 10 to the 8. It's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
This game started off where team was just scoring, answering each other. A field goal. We were able to get a big-time field goal from Fambro. Game has slowed down a little bit. Offenses and defenses are starting to catch up right now. But what I like what's going on right now with the DC Law, offensive line is playing well.
2nd and 5, left hash, Law at the 8. Washington wide left, Dello Davis slot left. McLean and Vincent split to the right. Floyd with an empty set out of the shotgun. Sends 2 in high motion, right foot in front of his left, takes a waist-high snap. Lobs one over the middle, and it's intercepted. Marlon Lobin takes it away from Jamar Sear. Check that Ron Franklin. Did he drop the ball? He did.
Boy, I tell you what, they were going for Seared on the tight end. He tried to lob one to Seared, but it was Seared that helped knock that ball away. Nice play by Seared, going from offense to being a defensive player while the ball's in the air.
Ron Franklin on a pass that fluttered over Seared. Franklin had it, but as he was facing the back wall at the 2-yard line, was hit by Jamar Seared that jarred it loose. So Dodge City avoids disaster, and it's 3rd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
Seared looked like able to strip it away, too. Just nice play.
3 receivers to the right, 2 go in high motion. Floyd takes a chest-high snap, 3-step drop, looks right, spins to his left, under pressure at the numbers, reverses field, gets a block from Randall, dances at the 15, sidearms a pass to Washington, up the sideline, and he's in! Touchdown, Dodge City. That was all Josh Floyd, making 2 guys miss, got an extra block from Mac Randall, and an 8-yard touchdown strike as they fire the ball into the stands.
Vintage Josh Floyd. We know how good he is, what an athlete he is, able to make guys miss. Sometimes, you know, he was sitting back there and be a sitting duck and take some hard hits. He's able to find the blocks. As he rolls across, keeps his head up, looking downfield. Mike, he has the option. He can sit there and take off running. But still, his head is up, looking downfield, and made a nice little pass right to the corner there. Sweet play.
Huge 3rd down conversion for Dodge City. Results in an 8-yard touchdown pass for Josh Floyd. Just his 3rd completion of the night. He's 3 of 10 in Fambro. Extra point is good. 7:10 left first half. Dodge retakes the lead, 24-17 on Z98. Dodge back in front, 24-17 after Josh Floyd sidearms a touchdown pass to King Jack Washington, capping off a 5-play, 29-yard drive in 3 minutes and 22 seconds. 24-17 Dodge City. Sioux City about to get the ball back. A bouncing ball fielded inside the 10 at the 8 by Ron Franklin. Gets a block up the middle, cuts it back, and he's inside the Dodge 20. All the way down near the 17-yard line before Dello Davis brings him down from behind. So an outstanding return, 25 yards, good field position for Sioux City.
Got another good bounce also. We're kicking that line drive. Sometimes that ball will take a funny bounce for you. This time, I think, it's set right up there, able to get it. Mike, on the touchdown there by Floyd to King Jack, really got to look at the offensive lineman, the work that they did. Mac Randall, makes that initial contact at the line of scrimmage. See what his quarterback is doing, come back and actually picked up another block in the backfield. And then you had Kyle McManus also sliding out, making a block also, keeping guys off of Floyd as he finds King Jack.
1st and 10 Bandits at the Dodge 17-yard line. Bruno right, 2 receivers left. They motion Bruno from the opposite side of the formation. He goes in high motion. Dowdell back to throw, pumps, lobs one near sideline for a wide open Mothershed, but the pass is incomplete. Dowdell kind of flipped it out. Mothershed was there, but the ball thrown behind him. Dejan Love and Dwayne Autry back in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Mike, that's the second time we have flat lost a player coming right down the sideline here. We got to keep an eye on that.
That's the second time we flat lost Damon Mothershed, who had the touchdown reception earlier in this quarter. Mothershed, 602 receiving yards coming in. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. Deep in a 1-back set is Bentley. Both hands on his hips. 2 in high motion. They motion Bruno across. Takes it from right to left on a jet sweep. Cuts it back left inside the 10. And he's tripped up by Dontre Peters at the 6-yard line after a gain of 11. And the Bandits move the chains.
Great job by Peters, Mike. As they're coming out of the backfield, you can see him come over here, and he just stopped. He had a certain zone area that he had to take cover because he could see peripheral vision across the way that we had the wall set up on that side. I mean, defensively, he makes a nice open field tackle.
1st and goal from the 6. Down slot right, wide right Mothershed. Bruno to the near side left. Dowdell sends 2 in high motion. Bruno motions across. They hand it to Bentley on a misdirection. Running off right guard. He tumbles inside the 5 down to the 3. Lou Van Green, who has a diving interception in this game, makes a waist-high tackle. Gain of 3 at 2nd and goal.
On plays like that, we did have Lou Van Green getting upfield. Also, a great job too that just getting us upfield, but George has been getting upfield also. Right now we're struggling just a little bit. We're able to get upfield, Mike. We're able to cause some havoc in that backfield on that jet sweep.
2nd and goal from the 3 right hash. Sioux City down 24-17. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bentley is the single setback. Bruno motions from right to left. Misdirection jet sweep. It's Downs moving from right to left. Backs his way across the chalk. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown as he ran over Justin Sproul on the back end. A 3-yard rushing touchdown for Downs. And Sioux City a PAT away from tying it up.
Sproul waiting, just sitting there. That's his job for this area right here. As they come across the middle, Downs comes in and recognizes here's the football. And Downs and Sproul go right after it. Downs able to get into the end zone.
Ross, how about the quick response by Sioux City? You don't average almost 60 points per game and fall down and not able to come back. They've proved that here tonight. And now Max Martin on for the extra point. Dowdell will hold. Snap is back, the placement is good, and the kick is perfect.
And Mike, I'd argue, like I said, you're able to score quickly when you've got really good field position off of the kickoff.
4:46 left in the half. We're tied at 24. Sioux City, Dodge City, Z98. 4 plays, 17 yards in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. It's Willie Downs, a 3-yard rushing touchdown for Downs. I mentioned the story earlier where he was recruited heavily out of high school to Florida State, did not academically qualify, and ended up transferring to Fullerton, then sat out a year. Same time he got some off-the-field troubles, was arrested, spent 6 months in jail, but he's turned his life around. And a rushing touchdown ties the game. And an end-over-end kick by Martin floats to Dominique Carson a couple of yards deep. Takes it right up the middle. There he goes. 15-20 out near midfield before he's upended there by Frederick Bruno at the Sioux City 23-yard line.
And Bruno, besides the kicker, is a safety valve, and good thing because he's right there. He made a nice little tackle, open field tackle, but you got to like it. We set up a great wall that time, able to just go up there and pick a nice little opening in that fence. And just made a nice little run there. Good open field tackle, but nice run by DC.
30-yard kickoff return, and Dodge City has it in plus territory at the Sioux City 22, moving left to right. We're tied at 24. Dominique Carson with 2 rushing touchdowns. Floyd has thrown 1. And Alex Fambro has kicked his first field goal of the year from 52 yards out. Dodge City had lost 3 games in a row before they beat Omaha 2 weeks ago. And with that victory and a couple other things happening, they control their own playoff fate. A win, they're the 2 seed. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd takes a chest-high snap. 3-man rush. Well protected. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mo Young. And he was wide open up the left sideline. 22 yards. And the Laws strike quickly.
Good to see Zero back in town. Let's put it that way. His mom is a big Gunsmoke fan. Dodge City obviously known for Gunsmoke also. And he talks about, just the patience that he had to go through with that thumb injury, Mike. Bone sticking out of the thumb. The pain was in, going through rehab, and then we find him. And he wouldn't know how long it would take him to get his rhythm back in this football game. Well, and it only took him a quarter and basically 2/3. Nice job.
Guess the question would be, how in the world does Mo Young end up wide open up the sideline? Floyd's second touchdown pass. Alex Fambro on for the extra point. Floyd will hold. Snap is back. Placement is good. And the kick hits the upright. Ricochets no good. Alex Fambro has had a tough time kicking PATs at home this season. A But the Law still back in front. 4:12 left in the half. Dodge City 30, Sioux City 24 on Z98. Following a 30-yard kickoff return by Carson, very next play, it's Floyd to Young, a 22-yard touchdown. However, Dodge missing on the extra point as Fambro's kick hits the right upright and ricochets off. So 30-24 Law. As Sioux City about to get the football back. Fambro an end-over-end kick to the most dangerous guy in the league. Check that, it's going to come to Ron Franklin, not Bruno. 7 yards deep, runs up the middle and gets special teams coverage. As Dello Davis helping out on the tackle with Dwayne Autry at the 14, a 21-yard return.
That's a great kick by Fambro. Able to put it up there amongst the rafters, didn't hit anything, and then that hang time gave us a lot of time to get down there and make a great coverage tackle. Love it.
Sioux City with all 3 timeouts. Now down 30-24 with 4:03 left in the half. It is loud here at United Wireless Arena. A must-win for Dodge City with Amarillo blowing the doors off San Angelo 43-7 at the half. A Law win, they're the 2 seed, and Sioux City would make the trek back here next week for the opening round of the playoffs. Sioux City won 2 league championships in 2011, 2012. They were the runner-up a year ago. 1st and 10 Bandits with 3 receivers, 2 receivers right, 1 left for their own 14. Down, pumps left, comes back to the right and incomplete. Frederick Bruno was just laid out by Dwayne Autry right at the goal line, and he is slow to get up. And the Bandits coaching staff wants a helmet-to-helmet shot.
Bruno may be out. No, this was a shoulder. This was a shoulder going in. Man, I tell you, this is a hard hit right below us.
No flag was thrown.
Mike, there was helmet come in there, but I think it was led with a shoulder. We'll get to see a replay of it again, just right below us.
Dowdell looked off the other way and then fired up the sideline, and Bruno, that was a shoulder. There was no helmet. We're looking at the replay right now. And Bruno is still down, and you hate to see that. This guy is one of the most talented, not only return men, but as far as wide receivers in the league. And what a major blow that would be for Irv Strobing, who was just named the CIF Coach of the Year this week. And they are gathering around Frederick Bruno, and from the looks, and I'm not a doctor, I don't have an MD, and I can't even spell MD, but Frederick Bruno, this almost looks like already concussion. Now they have the flashlight out trying to see the eye response from Bruno. We'll take a break. 30-24 Dodge City. 3:28 left in the half on Z98. The good news is Bruno was up. The bad news, words were exchanged and flags flew while we were away, and we're still sorting all of that out. It was a 1st and 10 incomplete pass to Frederick Bruno, who was hit. We're looking at it. It was not a dirty play at all by Dwayne Autry. And unfortunately, the position towards the wall on the sideline where Autry collided with Frederick Bruno, he hit him right, I'd say, right along the shoulder into the side of the head. And Bruno needed serious help to get up. But the good news is that he did get up. His status obviously is questionable. We're still waiting for the penalty call. Do you agree that wasn't a dirty hit?
Mike, when you look at it, I really thought that the helmet for the DC Law was above Bruno. Might have been a shoulder, maybe a forearm go in there. But, I mean, it's a hard hit up against her. Obviously, Bruno is exposed. That's a part of this football game that you understand that you're playing. You know, Bruno coming out of the backfield. We had 2 guys that are on the coverage, but just exposed. But this was not lowering the helmet.
No.
And doing a spear into a guy at all. This was just a hard hit along the side. And I understand, I mean, when you got one of your friends, one of your teammates, one of your brothers down there on the emotions erupt. And it would be the same thing with the DC Law. I mean, going on the side there, guys taking hits like that. But obviously, I look at from this side right here. You and I had a great look at it from the get-go, and I didn't see helmet-to-helmet off the start. Go back to the replay, and I didn't still see helmet-to-helmet whatsoever.
Further to accentuate your point,
officials didn't see it either.
So the penalty, there was a personal foul penalty on both sides, so it's offsetting. But to further accentuate your point, Ross, just because it's not a dirty play doesn't mean it's not a penalty. But now it's 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. And obviously for Sioux City, their big concern right now is Frederick Bruno. 2nd and 10, Bandits at their own 14, down 30-24 with 3:20 left in the half. 2 receivers, now 3 receivers right. Dowdell takes the shotgun snap, stands in. Smokes a missile up the far sideline, incomplete.
And
He
Mike,
cocked back and fired, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And Mike, what can happen in this ball game is that you got both teams emotionally charged right now, because we saw that during the break, you know, that even one of the coaching staff for Sioux City came out and actually was headed toward Ponder. Fish was able to stop that. A player also headed out there. DC Law brought their guys out. So now we're going to find out, you know, who's going to be affected by these emotions in this ball game.
3rd and 10, Bandits at their own 14. They are 0 for 4 on 3rd down. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Dowdell out of the shotgun, sends 2 in high motion, lifts his right leg, takes a waist-high snap, flags fly, stands in, throws up the sideline, has a man, it's downs. Inside the 25, fumbles the ball, but they blow it dead. It's picked up by Quarterman. Justin Sproul has the tackle. We'll check the penalty, but as it stands right now, that's a 14-yard gain and a 1st down.
This will go against DC Law.
What a throw by Dowdell, going through his progressions and firing a BB. And the illegal defense called against Dodge City. Decline it, 1st down, Sioux City. Their first 3rd down conversion, Ross, of the night. Comes with 2:20 left here in the 2nd quarter, down 30-24.
How about Tiger Woods throwing down an 85, Mike? That's my territory, about 85 to 90, but not from the tips. 85 today, wow.
Add 15 strokes and you'll get my front 9.
He's only worth $600 million, and I'm going to turn 40 in December.
1st and 10, Bandits at the Dodge 22. 2 receivers left, now 2 to the right. Little pitch out right to Bentley, who hauls it in, then rumbles up the sideline before having a helmet right to his kneecap from Justin Sproul at the 17. It's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 as we crawl towards the 90-second warning.
That's the Memorial Golf Tourney at Dublin, Ohio. I actually got to go down to Fort Worth and watch the Colonial. Vijay Singh is a big dude when you're around him, but really puts golf in perspective for me when you watch the big boys play.
2nd and 5, Bandits. 1:38 to play for the Dodge 17 with 3 receivers. Misdirection, handoff to Bentley, rumbles up the middle. And he's down to the 14-yard line before he's tripped up by Lou Van Green. And now there's a Law player that is hurt. And is that Marquise George? No, it's not George. Is that Monte Lewis?
No, Monte's standing right in front of us. I cannot see the number. Oh,
it's Corey Quarterman, who's helped to his feet. It's a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 2. And that'll bring us to the 90-second warning. 30-24. Dodge City clinging to a 6-point lead. It'll be 3rd down and short coming up for Sioux City from the 14. 3rd and 2 when we come back on Z98. 90 seconds left here in this first half. 30-24 Dodge City alongside Ross Miller, Mike Phillisoff. 3rd and 2 Bandits at the Dodge 14. Coming up at the half, my interview from earlier this week with defensive lineman Marquise George. Darius Barnes at tight end right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. Bentley deep in a 1-back set. Play clock has yet to start. Sioux City with all 3 timeouts. Dodge has 1 remaining. And here we go. Sioux City 1 of 5 on 3rd down. 2 in high motion. Dowdell turns, hands for Bentley. Off right guard, that's a 1st down and more. Down the sideline, he's inside the 5 with a flag down to the 3. It's a run of 11 yards. Dejan Love finishes them off. It'll be 1st down. Let's check the penalty again.
Mike, great blocking on the downfield side there. Nice job there by the Bandits. Looking below us, I see Bruno out, and he's actually talking down here to Jones and Daniel on top of it, carrying on a conversation. So hope great things for Bruno.
Yeah, that's good news for Sioux City. And Sean Ponder takes his headset off as we await the penalty call, which was thrown very, very late, that flag. 30-24. Dominique Carson has 2 rushing touchdowns in this first half. Floyd has thrown a couple. So a personal foul called against Dodge City after the play, which now moves the ball inside the 2. And now it's 1st and goal from there. And Sioux City, if they score and are able to stop Dodge, they get the football to begin the second half because they deferred.
And Mike, on this, I saw the officials go up and tap Dejan Love on the back and pointed him to the sideline.
Love out, King Jack Washington in. 1st and goal from the 1, 2 receivers right. Extra blocking back in. Handoff to Bentley off right guard. And he scampers in. Or did they say he's down? Did not get into the end zone. Stopped a half-yard shot with a flag down. Is this an illegal defense against Dodge City? There was no touchdown signal. The offensive coordinator, Jared DeGiorgia, who was the backup quarterback for the Iowa Barnstormers, actually backed up Kurt Warner. There was still no touchdown signal yet. Did they give him a touchdown? I believe they did. Neither one of the side judges actually signaled touchdown, but it is a 1-yard rushing touchdown for Bentley.
Love back in the ballgame.
Max Martin on for the extra point. I don't think I've ever seen that, Ross, where two guys, nobody signaled touchdown. Martin on for the PAT to give Sioux City the lead. Snap back placement good. Kick on the way is perfect. And another flag comes out.
Just running into the kicker.
So Dodge City's pulling a page out of what Sioux City did the last time these two teams played. So the PAT is good. And we'll sort out the laundry when we come back. 1:23 left in this first half. 31-30 Sioux City at Z98. 1:23 left in the half. Dodge has one timeout, now trailing 31-30. 7 plays, 36 yards, and 2:49. And Johnny Bentley in from a yard out. Bentley now 10 carries, 25 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Martin's end-over-end kick hits the back wall out of the end zone, and that'll give Dodge City the football midfield, but then they have the penalty after that, so that'll put it basically around the 10.
That's why you just rear back and kick the ball as hard as you can, put it off the wall. Well, that's a big foot that Martin has.
Boy, how important is this drive for Dodge City to score, because Sioux City gets the football to begin the second half. And now they'll mark off the penalty yardage for that personal foul, the running into the kick. Running into the kicker after that PAT, or during the PAT.
Mike, I'm going to hand out my Good Gravy Award here in the first half. This goes to the IRS. It's given its blessing to an Indiana newly formed First Church of Cannabis. Now they are tax nonprofit, tax exempt. Marijuana is the holy sacrament, and that's why they get this off. And all I'm going to say about that is good gravy. I'm on a board waiting for our 501c3, and we can't even get it yet.
First and 10 Law at their own 13 with one timeout, down a point. 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Lloyd takes the shotgun snap, shovel pass over the middle, caught by Seard, rumbles towards midfield. And he's brought down by Marlon Loban at the Sioux City 23. It's a catch and run of 14 yards for the big fella, and it's first and 10 across the 25.
Love the play right there. Just keep looking downfield, Seard just goes, sets up, able to pitch the ball. And what you like about Seard, makes the catch and turns around and covers the ball up, protects it.
No huddle, first and 10 at the Sioux City 23-yard line with 2 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd stands in, rolls right at the numbers, head fake, pumps, and he'll take it down. Floyd was going to throw it the last second, but he was taken down by Marcus Miles. A sack back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose 5 yards. It's second and a mile.
That's a coverage sack. The offensive line did a great job, but they can't sit there and hold blocks for 8-9 seconds.
For Sioux City, that's their 26th sack of the year. They are second in the league. In fact, with that sack, they tied Texas for the league lead.
You know, why don't you and I and Tim Boulware start our own church? And we can call it the Church of Boulware, where you only worship things around Cleveland.
51 seconds left here in the half.
And something brown could be our sacrament, holy sacrament.
51 seconds left in the half.
How ridiculous. The Church of Cannabis.
Dodge City just used their final timeout. Nothing surprises me in this day and age.
Maybe a church I want to visit in the future. I wonder if you have to bring your own.
Wouldn't that be defeating the purpose?
Hey, preacher, quit bogarting the sacrament. Pass it over.
Sioux City with a 31-30 lead. It's second and 16 following the sack. Dodge City back at their own 21. Davis, McLean, and Brandon Venson left. Carson to the left of Floyd. Ball on the right hash. Ball moving left to right. Floyd right foot in front of his left. Takes a waist-high snap. 3-step drop. Looks left. Comes back to the right. Fires across the middle. Caught by Davis. Inside the 15 and slung down near the 10 by Cliff Stokes. It's a first down grab for Davis all the way down to the 11-yard line. A catch and run of 18 yards and a Dodge City first down.
And Davis still down over there. Mike, I like the play because Davis comes across the middle, comes to a complete stop, and then takes off again because he's quicker than the D-back that's covering. Nice pass by Josh Floyd. Offensive line did a great job giving time for that play to set up. Great pass, but kind of makes me wonder, like I said, that he got one of the legs turned as he went down. See if something got twisted there, see if we can get him back up and going. Oh, good.
He was holding his left knee. But he's okay. That's good news. Dello Davis, the leading receiver on this team, 31 catches for nearly 500 yards coming in.
Man, that was a nice pass on the run, going across the middle. That's tough.
They move the ball to the 10, so it's first and goal. So officially a gain of 19. Clock stops with 43 seconds. Dodge out of timeouts. Brandon Vincent, Jamie January, and Zach McClain all left. Floyd out of the gun. Off his left hip is Carson. Takes the snap, toss sweep left, Carson at the numbers 10. Bouncing left, and he's flipped at the 5. Fumbles the ball, but Dodge City recovered it. Flag down at the 10. Carson went airborne. At least it looked initially like Dodge had recovered. There's still a tussle for the ball at the 4-yard line. As the clock stops with 31 seconds, there is a flag, though, back at the 10. And Dodge City, in fact, did recover it, but this might be coming back anyway. Referees will sort it out. Right now it's a gain of 6. We have seen more flags in this game than we've seen combined in the previous 2 after every single play in a game of this magnitude. Dodge City trailing 31-30 with 31 seconds left in the half. Game they have to win to get into the playoffs because what Amarillo right now is doing is San Angelo at 43-7 at the half.
And I guarantee Amarillo fans and also checking out this ball game on top of it, which we had talked about, Wichita and the Texas Revolution. I'm going to tell you that, and you know what, I don't mean to be mean to Amarillo, but I guarantee there's some teams that do not want Dodge City Law in the playoffs.
Holding call, backs it to the 19. First and goal from there, 3 receivers right. Floyd takes the shotgun snap, play action, steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, but behind Zach McClain. Crowd wants a flag, no penalty. They wanted a pass interference or a shove in the back from Andre Jones, but it's incomplete and second and goal.
I thought that was Franklin on the coverage. I thought it was a good play by Franklin, number 3, going across there with him on that play with McClain. I think he got there just as time as the football did too. I think that's a good no call by the officials.
And another pass that was thrown really behind McClain. If he leads McClain, I don't know if it's going to be a touchdown, but they'd have it inside the 5. Second and goal for the 19, 21 seconds. Law down 31-30 here in the second. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Floyd with Carson on his left hip. 2 in high motion, right foot in front of his left. Takes a knee-high snap, stands in, fires left, and a diving catch by Dello Davis at the 11. Andre Jones makes the tackle. They're out of timeouts.
And Floyd took a shot after he threw the pass. This is probably going to be a personal foul on the Bandits.
Flag down at the 25. And this could give Dodge City, or will give Dodge City, a first down.
Well, that was a late hit.
Anthony Thomas was called on the personal foul, so it's going to be half the distance.
And we have no timeouts.
No timeouts. The clock will run inside the 5, down at the 3. First and goal from the 3. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dodge down 31-30. Carson deep in a 1-back set. Floyd will spike the ball. The clock never started anyway. And now they started after the spike, and they run a second off. So now 13 seconds left in the first half. Second and goal from the 3. Dodge down a point with no timeouts and 13 seconds remaining. Drive started back at their own 13-yard line after the penalty that was from the PAT, the extra point attempt, which they called running into the kicker, but I think they changed it to a personal foul because they backed it half the distance. And Dodge City on the move, left to right. This is the 7th play of the drive. Play clock at 10. They still haven't broke the huddle yet. Play clock at 9. They just broke the huddle with 5. Davis left, 2 receivers right, down to 3. I don't know if Floyd sees it. Down to 1, takes the snap, drops back at the 10, rolls right, spins to his left at the numbers. Pumps, fires, end zone, batted up in the air and incomplete. And with 5 seconds left, let's see if Alex Fambro will come out for the go-ahead field goal. It's now 3rd and goal from the 3.
Wow, that play took a long time. He dragged off to one side, turned around and came over, picked up some blocks, and then tried to throw a fastball. We had a guy coming across the middle on the back of the sideline, just nothing there. Really a nice play there by the defense of the Bandits.
Cliff Stokes. And the offense going to stay on the field. Now 3rd and goal from the 3. You might not have enough time for 2 plays, the second of those being a field goal attempt. 3rd and goal from the 3, 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Floyd under center. Takes the snap, back to throw. On a slant, batted up in the air. Flag flies. There's flags all over the place as the pass is incomplete with 2 seconds left. That might have been the slowest 3 seconds in the history of indoor football.
This would be a defensive pass interference.
And now with 2 seconds, you're going to have to bring Fambro out. It is a penalty against Sioux City. A pass interference puts the ball at the 1. And does Floyd stay on the field with the ball just inside the 2 near the 1?
With this amount of time left, now it opens up the playback. You can run the football knowing that this is going to be the last play.
But you only need a field goal to take the lead back. And they will defer that. 1st and goal from the 1, left hash with 2 seconds, final play of the half. Dodge down 31-30. McClain and Davis split right. Mac Randall in as a 4th offensive lineman. Floyd out of the pistol. Takes the snap. They'll blow this play dead with 1 second. And they just flipped a touchdown pass to Brandon Vincent. With the whistle, Sioux City called a timeout.
Great call by Sioux City. Great offensive play by Sean Ponder. We go with the big package. And who's over on that left side? That's Vincent as an offensive lineman. He raises his hand up. He's going to be the tight end. Man, I love that call right there. They just found out what we were going to run to get a sure touchdown. Nice job there by Sioux City.
31-30. Bandits use their first time out of the half. I guess the question is you roll the dice here because it is a goal-to-go situation at the 1 yard line. It's 1st and goal. Either you kick the field goal and take the lead or you score a touchdown. Then if you score a touchdown, you're probably going to go for 2. But the question is, do you keep the offense on the field? It looks like they're going to keep the offense and keep Fambro on the bench. But as we've seen already, Fambro, it's not a sure thing on extra points, nor would it be on a short field goal.
And Mike, why not set up for the same play? Let's see if they're going to be able to coverage. Vincent is a tough dude to cover. This time, instead of going to the outside, he can come across the middle on that tight end option.
But yeah, and it is an option play too, so Floyd can always keep. And he's got Carson behind him. 1st and goal from the 1, 2 seconds, final play of the half. Vincent trots right, McClain slot right, Dello Davis wide left. Floyd out of the pistol, Carson behind him. Now goes under center as Floyd, takes the snap, jet sweep, Davis running right, and a flag will blow this one dead. Whistle will blow it dead, now the flag comes out. And this is going to be a false start against Dodge City.
Yep, we weren't in sync. I think that we did move a little bit. I know that we're not happy about it, but I thought that we might have moved just before the snap.
Now do you bring Fambro out? Backs it up to the 6 yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from there with 2 seconds. Had a penalty that gave them a 1st down on a pass interference. And from our vantage point, the offense stays on the field. 31-30 Sioux City with 2 seconds left in the half. John Smith comes in. Richard Daniel comes out defensively for the Bandits. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Floyd out of the shotgun. Maybe a quarterback draw. Sends 2 in high motion. Takes the snap, looks left. Back to the right, well protected. With a head fake at the numbers. Pumps towards the sideline, he won't get there. Marlon Lobin finishes him off at the 4 yard line. Dodge rolls the dice. And they come up empty in the final seconds of the first half.
Wow, Mike, opportunity right there. We'd come up and really had a great play set, but you know what? You got to go to what Sioux City was able to do. They get that timeout. They see the set. They see that Vincent's off over there as an offensive lineman, as tight end call. Immediately timeout. We had no timeouts to spare. Took an early one in the ball game. Don't forget about that. Able to go down there, set that up, can't get in, and then we get an offensive, procedure play, which it was, Mike. I thought that we were caught leaning just a little bit, and that negates a touchdown for us. Mike, we're in this ball game. We've had a lot of penalties going against us. Thing is, though, that we're still in this ball game. Defense has not played too bad. We thought a track meet right off the very start of this ball game. Here we are, a missed extra point, 31-30.
But here's the question as we go to break. If you can go back and do it again, hindsight being 2020, do you bring Fambro out? It's indoor football. I understand it's going to be points galore, but do you bring Fambro out and just give your team the confidence of having the lead beginning the third quarter? I can understand it from the 1. You're pushing your luck from the 6 with a Sioux City defense that's one of the tops in the league.
But also you're thinking that, that's basically an extra point kick. 2 from the 6. I mean, just it's one of these deals that it's a tough one to call. Sean Ponder felt very confident in his offense and really had the play called. I mean, just a great job there by Sioux City, recognizing a different formation for us with Vincent sitting up there on the offensive line and called the timeout.
And how depressing is it for Sean Ponder after he draws up the play coming out of a timeout by Sioux City, has all the time, and then you get a false start and a Dello Davis jet sweep touchdown. So that, not something that he was asking for either. We are at the half. Sioux City 31, Dodge 31. We come back. My interview from earlier this week with defensive lineman Marquise George. That's next on Z98. Strobian and Ron Franklin back deep. Sioux City will be moving left to right to begin the third quarter of 31-30. And let's see what adjustments, if any. Dodge City played well defensively in the first half. How many times did Sioux City get a first down on third down because of a Dodge penalty? They were getting the stops. And now 30 minutes decides Dodge City's playoff fate, down by a point. Fambro will kick it away. End over end, floating kick comes to Franklin right at the goal line. Runs left to the 5, up the left side numbers 10, 15, flag comes out, backs his way across the 20 out near midfield before Dwayne Autry brings him down at the 25-yard line. A 25-yard return, but this one's coming back.
And Mike, one thing I wondered about early in the game was if Monte Lewis will play the special teams. Yes, he does. One of the first guys down here. He's got such great wheels, Mike. Now we need this defensive line, who's very good, and I thought really did a good job in that first half. Now needs to stand up and make some big plays. Again.
Holding call backs it up to the 8-yard line for Sioux City. 1st and 10 from there. Bandits up 31-30. Mothershed and Downs split to the right. Darius Barnes, an eligible tight end right now. Bruno joins him. 3 receivers right. Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback. Play clock down to 7. 2 in high motion. Dowdell takes the snap, turns, hands for Bentley. Off right guard, cuts back to the left. Helmet comes flying off of Cashman Thomas as Bentley is brought down at the 14-yard line up the left hash mark. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Great textbook tackle, too, by Cashman. Cashman goes slow, right around the legs, able to make that tackle while the helmet comes off. Again, another open field tackle, Mike. Really like that.
Sioux City tops in the league in yards per carry at 4.1 tonight, averaging 2.7. 2nd down and 4, left hash at their own 14. Twins right, single receiver left. Dowdell under center. They motion a man from left to right. That is Frederick Bruno. Eludes one defender and then taken down. King Jack Washington, who is in at defensive back for Sean Ponder, makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 12-yard line, it's a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 6.
Really liked the play. Was able to sit there and spread that one out. The first guy missed, able to come back in. Is that King Jack Washington that came in and played a little bit of defense right there, and now he goes out. Cashman comes back in.
Bandits 2 of 6 on 3rd down. 3rd and 6 at their own 12. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Press man coverage on the outside. Dowdell takes the snap on a slant. Caught by Downs at the 15. Breaks a tackle up the numbers. Flag comes out. This might be a face mask as Downs moves near the 17-yard line.
This may go defensive holding.
As of now, he's a yard shy of the 1st down. Deshaun Love makes the tackle.
Got to take the penalty here.
Still waiting for the call. been an adventure with penalties
This
tonight.
is defense. Okay, I thought the umpire was getting ready to tap it off against DC. We've got to take the penalty. You don't give them 4th down and 1.
To the flag. Boy, that was a late flag to come out against Sioux City.
I think it was going in toward the tackle. We were getting ready to add another guy to help out on the tackle, and I think that might have been where he was grabbed.
Now
Like our defensive player.
Now it's 3rd and 9. Sioux City back at their own 9. Just underway here in the 3rd. Bandits up 31-30. Mothershed goes to the far side left. He's got a touchdown reception. Slot left with Downs. Near side right, Bruno. In motion, Bruno across the formation. Dowdell takes the shotgun snap. 3-man rush. Steps up. Fires over the middle. He's got a man. It's Mothershed. Into plus territory and down to the Dodge City 23. It's Cashman Thomas that saves a potential touchdown. 18 yards on the strike and a 1st down.
Just couldn't put any pressure on the quarterback. Dowdell is able to move to the outside. And on coverage down there, you didn't have Peters on the play. As Mothershed breaks across, obviously he knows where he's going. Peters just a little bit slow getting there.
They mark it at the 19, so 22 yards officially. 1st and 10 at the Dodge 19. Dowdell, play action, well protected. Lofts one to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. Justin Sproul nearly had it up the near side. Numbers intended for Mothershed. It's 2nd and 10, Sioux City at the Dodge 19.
Mike, great play by Sproul, but also great play by Mothershed. Talked about this. He went from an offensive player to a defensive player to make sure that that catch did not happen like that. How many 3rd down plays? You mentioned this on penalties, but also just making big 3rd down plays. We've seen this a lot against our defense this year.
2nd and 10, Sioux City at the Dodge 19. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback. Turn hand for Bentley up the middle. Bounces off one tackler, but not another. As Dejan Love rides him down from the backside at the Dodge City 17-yard line up the left hash mark. It's a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 8.
Give a shout out to Ed Flanagan, who's not here with us. I think that he was going to have to go back for a graduation of his son. He plans to go to maybe Penn State in mechanical engineering. Obviously not Ed Flanagan. Maybe provided the sports athleticism, but not the smarts in that boy.
3rd and 8, Sioux City at the Dodge 18. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Bruno to his left. 2 in high motion, takes the snap. 3-step drop, looks right, throws right, and a spectacular grab by Downs inside the 10 to the 9, working on Dejan Love. He gains 8 right at the marker. It's 1st and goal.
Wow. Nice little throw there just to get to the outside, single man coverage. And he leads him. And really, that was a great catch.
Perfect throw. And the league MVP, Charles Dowdell, gives his team a 1st and goal for the 9. 2 3rd down conversions on this drive. Bruno left. 2 receivers go right. Dowdell out of the gun. Sends 2 in high motion. Takes a waist-high snap, quarterback draw behind Bentley, right up the middle at the 5, and he's tripped up near the 2. Dejan Love and Cashman Thomas. Ball came out, but it was already down. They're going to mark him at the 1. Gain of 8. It's 2nd and goal.
Big play by Autry, too. Came in and just put the hammer down on Dowdell. Dowdell able to get right back up.
A touchdown here, plus an extra point, would make it a touchdown two-point conversion game in Sioux City's favor. 2nd and goal from the 1. Bruno left, Downs right, Dowdell under center. Anthony Thomas in as an extra blocking back. Hard snap count. Handoff Bentley. Off right guard, and he strolls in. Touchdown, Sioux City.
Mike, great drive by Sioux City. Used up basically 5 minutes of the clock on that drive. Just able to take it right down there, get a big 3rd down play, get another big play. And this is what it's all about. You want to get to the championships, if you want to get to the playoffs, you've got to make the plays that you do. Defense out there for 5 minutes, made them work for it, just wasn't able to shut them down.
Martin coming on for the extra point. He is perfect tonight and 78 of 85 on the year. Go back to that play right before the end of the half, plus a missed extra point. Snap back, the placement is good, and Martin's kick splits the uprights. 9:59 left in the 3rd. And Sioux City extends the lead, 38-30 on Z98. Thomas at the 9, Carson 5 yards deep. End over end kick goes to Carson over his head. That'll put Dodge City at midfield. So they'll take the short field to keep it away from Dominique Carson.
I like that. Get everything set up. Mike, I want to wish a happy birthday real quick, like. He's 25 years old. Brian Ingalls. You know some of the Ingalls boys here. Barry and Tom. Barry's manager of Pizza Hut, Garden City area, Ulysses area. On top of that, Scott City. Brian's 25, looking for a girlfriend or a man friend possibility.
First and 10, Dodge City at midfield, down 38-30. With less than 10 minutes to play in the third, against the third-ranked defense in the CIF. Brandon Vincent wide right. Dello Davis to the near side left. Slot right with Mo Young, who has a 22-yard touchdown reception. Floyd takes the snap, hands for Carson, has a hole, off right guard, 15-10. And he rumbles down near the 6. Ron Franklin saves the touchdown. Dominique Carson gains 19 yards and a Dodge City first down.
Mike, when he gets that football, gets to the outside and gets in the open, it looks like he's going to split the two. Great open field tackle, but Carson just turned on the jets, Mike, and went 20 yards in a matter of seconds.
Carson's uncle, Chuck Bailey, played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. His dad, Tony Erskine, actually played at Pittsburgh State. He's the Rookie of the Year from a year ago. This year, the Special Teams Player of the Year. First and goal law at the 6. Right hash moving right to left. 2 receivers, left, 1 right. Floyd out of the shotgun. Carson to his left. 2 in high motion. Takes the chest high snap. Handoff Carson. Wiggles off right guard. Bouncing back to the left. Lost the football. They didn't blow it dead. It's still loose. And I think Carson recovered. James Patterson had a chance to recover the football. Carson was down, but he was on the backside of a defensive player. And as he stretched forward, lost the ball. And Patterson had a chance along with Marlon Loban to scoop it up. They couldn't move it down to the 1 at second and goal.
And I tell you what, Carson, they're trying to get more yardage, extra attempt. When that happens, you got guys trying to strip you of the football, was able to get it pop out and get a great bounce. Carson able to turn around and jump on that thing. Wow.
Move the ball. It actually gains them 5 yards.
Let's finish this off now.
Second and goal from the 1. Mac Randall, an extra blocking back with 2 receivers left. Floyd out of the pistol, takes the snap, hands for Carson, off left guard, and he's shut down at the 1. Nice defensive play by Richard Daniel, who played at Wayne State, originally from Pavilion, Nebraska, 25 years old. It's second and goal. Check that, third and goal from the 1.
Don't forget, we're in this big package, so keep an eye on Brandon Vincent also as the tight end.
Remember the game against Wichita? Dodge City was stopped a couple of times inside the 1-yard line on a couple of different possessions. Third and goal from the 1. Dodge City 1 of 4 on third down. Davis and Young split right. Floyd out of the pistol. Carson behind him with his hands on his knees. Now Floyd goes under center. Sends a man in motion right. Takes the snap. Flag flies. Backs his way across the goal line. He didn't get there. The ball looked like it was a cross. Then he backed his way the other way and then was pushed back. No signal for a touchdown, but there's a flag down at the 2. And this might be an illegal shift or an illegal formation.
I'm going to say that. It'd be interesting to see if this goes defense.
Again, no signal as far as a touchdown. Mac Reynolds pointing to the board saying, hey, that's a touchdown. It is an illegal defense. So it's still third down. Put the ball basically a hair inside the 1.
One of the things I hate about this, Mike, so now if we get a legal procedure, any kind of hold, takes the full penalty back, and that's where I'd like to see some things changed to maybe take half the yardage if it's within the 10. Here, we only get 6 inches. Penalty on us, they're going to take the full thing, move us back.
Third and goal at the 1. Young and Davis split right. Dodge City down 8. Floyd out of the pistol. Takes the snap, handoff Carson. Off right guard, and he's in. Dancing touchdown, Dominique Carson from a yard out. And there's another flag as the wall pulled to within 2.
This is going to go, and we will go for 2 here too, but Mike, tell me this is not a personal foul on DC law that will be added on to the kickoff.
Well, we're hoping not.
Golly.
As they sort it all out.
Well, now, do they have the choice of taking the penalty here, which would move us back, or do they do it on the kickoff? I think they've got a choice here. Let's see.
I think they're going to assess it on the kickoff. But yeah, that would be a big play because if you back that up, that's going to put it at the 17. A lot of discussion going on right now.
I'd take it. I'd take the penalty.
I'm with you, and I think they are. That's exactly what they're going to do. But you can't lose your head. Dodge City has done this so many times.
Yep.
Now you might as well kick the extra point.
But Mike, sometimes you have a reputation, of losing your head, in the league also that, officials are well aware of that. And they give you a warning, tell you, hey, listen, let up. It's just one of those deals, like I said, you got to understand, officials are watching, keeping an eye on you. And I don't know who the penalty was on. That's the deal that you've got to.
Mac Randall had his hands in the air. I didn't hear the number that they called, but now Fambro will come on for the extra point. This amounts basically to a 33-yard field goal. If I pull them within one, 38-36 Sioux City with less than 7 to play in the third. Snap back, placement is good. Kick on the way towards the uprights. And Fambro is good. Fambro's looked really good tonight, minus a PAT. 6:58 left, third quarter. Sioux City 38, Dodge City 37 on Z98. 6:58 remaining in this third quarter. Dodge City pulls to within one, 38-37, 4 plays, 25 yards, and 3:01. Dominique Carson's third rushing touchdown of the night. Fambro boots through the extra point, which amounted to a 33-yard field goal. And now Sioux City will get the football back in a 1-point lead. A spinning onside kick, and Dodge City has it. Did it go the 10 yards?
That went 10 yards, and that should be DC ball.
And that was recovered by Dwayne Autry. Dodge City football. A spinning onside kick put down perfectly by Fambro, and Dodge City has it back.
What a great call right there, calling for the onside kick, if you will. But that is now, are they going to call this? This should be Dodge City's ball because we go up and land on the padding. That's part of play.
It is law football at the 12-yard line.
They're bringing back.
Now Sioux City's offense is on the field. All kinds of confusion.
I don't think the officials have just come out and said, bam, now here's Dodge City's ball just now.
So now Dodge City has it after a 25-minute discussion.
That is a great kick by Fambro. It went 12 to 13 yards, and a nice play by the DC Law.
Sioux City's offense was back on the field. Now everybody has to come off. And Dodge City has it back following the onside kick recovery by Dwayne Autry. Big-time play. Special teams could have haunted Dodge City after a missed extra point, and then they get that back. 1st and 10 Law, down 1 at their own 12. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd takes the shotgun snap, handoff to Washington, sweeping to the near side, breaks a tackle, cuts it back towards the numbers, and he's tackled near the 14-yard line. After a gain of 2, James Patterson, let go by Omaha a few weeks ago, signed by Irv Strobing. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Old Settlers Festival going on up at Ness City, just north of us. Named after Noah Van Ness, who was killed in the Civil War, corporal in the 7th Cavalry. Another famous corporal in 7th Cavalry was out here at the Pawnee in Ness County. A guy by the name of George Armstrong Custer going after the Pawnee Indians.
2nd and 8 Law at their own 14, 4 receivers. Floyd stands in, whistles one down the middle for Davis. He's got it. Now they say incomplete. A diving attempt in the end zone by Davis. Similar to what happened in the first meeting, Davis says he's got it, but the referee came in, the back judge says incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 8. We're going to get a look at the replay.
Mike, this is going to be close. He did have his hands down underneath the football, did enough of it. Did the football touch the ground while he was doing that?
Looking at it, he's got it. Davis has a touchdown, and the referee's just totally missed it. It's 3rd and 8.
Wow, what a great catch.
How big was that play? Davis had a diving touchdown reception back in week 2 against Sioux City.
I don't know what the official saw. He had a good look at it. He was in the open field, but you could see both hands underneath the football between the ground. Nice catch.
A blown call, now a 3rd and 8, Dodge City at their own 14, down 38-37 with 5 to play in the third. They're 2 of 5 on 3rd down.
And the back judge is in a lonely place right now.
3 receivers right, Floyd out of the shotgun. King Jack Washington to his left, takes the snap, 3-step drop, fires over the middle, caught by Davis, hit immediately, and surprise, a flag comes down as Andre Jones makes the tackle after a gain of 8. He's right at the first down marker, and now the penalty, we'll check it. Marcus Miles had his helmet off. Sean Ponder pumped his fist. I don't know if he's in frustration or if he's in jubilation if this is a first down.
Miles goes over to the DC Law bench, takes his helmet off, and I guess does a little taunting over that. I don't know what the deal was on that.
Mac Randall just got called for a personal foul. Now it's after the play, so it is a first down. At least it should be. They should have marked off the first down, but then back it up to the 10.
I don't have any words.
That's been the killer all year. And that's what killed Dodge City last year at times.
I mean, Mac gives a lot out here. I'll tell you that. That guy gets up and down the field. He's making blocks downfield, but that's one reputation. That's one thing that I have seen. I know that others have too, but I have seen from last year. I'm just going to say it, he continues to play after the whistle blows.
And I was watching Mac. I didn't see anything that he did, but we did see Miles go over to the bench. And I don't think he was asking any cheerleaders for phone numbers. So now 1st and 10, Dodge back at their own 10. So they pick up the first down and then the personal foul. Vincent trots left, lines up outside. The number is picked up by Andre Jones. 2 receivers right. Floyd out of the shotgun. Lifts his right leg, takes a waist-high snap, 5-step drop, stands in, steps up, rolls right, at the numbers, keeps 10, 15, and he rolls near the 17-yard line. The ball might have come out. Now a flag comes out after the play again as Floyd is stopped near the 17-yard line. And he was tackled by Marcus Miles. And we'll check another penalty that happened again as the play was concluding.
Mike, the whistle's blown. Another guy is trying to stip the ball or help take down Floyd. Randall comes over and jumps on the guy after the whistle blown. This very well could be a personal foul on Randall. See what the call is.
If it is, it's going to be half the distance the other way. Mac Randall is pleading his case. He's not going to win this one. Dodge City is self-destructing. Personal foul on Mac Randall. So from 2nd and 3, goes back to the 9-yard line, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Mike, I've seen Mac Randall do worse. And when you look at the replay over there, he's just going in there to protect the football with his quarterback. And that's it. He didn't throw a blow, didn't put a forearm into the face mask, anything like that. He just came down, put his hands on top of the player. But like I said, the whistle had been blown and had been blown for a little while.
So Floyd gains 7 yards and they lose 8 back to the 9. So now it's 2nd down and 11. Dodge at their own 9 with 4:10 left in the third, trailing 38-37. This drive started following a recovered onside kick by Dwayne Autry.
But can we put ourselves together right now? We have all 3 of our timeouts. It's almost like, let's see what happens here. But, boy, you almost want to take a timeout just to relax, get everybody back on the same page.
2 receivers either way as Floyd takes a knee-high snap, looks left, comes back to the right, lobs one, nobody home, down the middle, and incomplete in the end zone. Now 3rd down and 11. He had Washington and Mo Young going on a 9 route, and now it's 3rd down and long.
And you've got to wonder, Mike, from where we're sitting at right now, are we 2-down territory? I mean, I know that was 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, but do you take that gamble or try to load up a long field goal?
I say you load up the long field goal because if you give them a short field, that could totally change the complexity. You were asking for a stop here early in the second half and you got it. Well, you got an onside kick. And now 3rd and 11, Dodge at their own 9. They converted 1 3rd down on this drive and then got a penalty after the play. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Floyd takes a knee-high snap. Here comes the blitz. Stands in, fires, caught over the middle by Davis. Breaks a tackle at the 15. Lost the football. Loose on the ground. It's still loose, and now Cliff Stokes has it. Turnover, Dodge City. Stokes has it at the Dodge 19. And now a flag comes out afterwards.
Still going to be Bandits ball, though, Mike.
There's going to be a personal foul after the play and a turnover for Dodge City.
I mean, it's one of those plays, made a nice catch, trying to get the extra yards. Here comes the guy from behind now. He's going to sit there and go after him and able to strip the football because we're not protecting the football. We're holding on to it with one arm sticking out there, able to strip it off. There you go. And Dodge City, I'm just going to say this. I mean, man, illegal procedure down there in the second quarter, right at point blank line. Shoot ourselves in the foot. Something we've seen this team do this year. Turn the ball over. Personal fouls. After a first down. Giving up third downs, long third downs on penalties also for them to get their first down and third down plays.
And I'm totally with you. Here's the problem. Dodge City tonight, every time they've made a play, so they got the interception, they didn't score. They get an onside kick. They get a first down.
Well, they scored, but we didn't score.
Well, yeah. But then we get an onside kick, and they end up turning the ball over after they pick up a first down. It's like they gain 10 yards, and then they'll lose 15. And I got to tell you that if you look back, and I'm not breaking news here, but if Sioux City looks back at the tape from week 2, they committed 16 penalties, and they turned it over twice. Tonight, Dodge City, for all intents purposes, has 13 penalties for 91 yards, and they've turned it over once. And that one turnover was a big one for Dello Davis fighting for extra yardage. And now Sioux City has it back at their own 16.
But a lot of this, Mike, too, is concentration, technique, and composure. And we're lacking in some of that. Let's put it that way.
First down, Sioux City at their own 16 of 38-37 with less than 3 minutes to play here in the third. It's getting very late here at United Wireless Arena. Amarillo is blowing out San Angelo. In fact, it's a final now, 65-7. So a Dodge City loss and Amarillo's in. 3 receivers right, 2 in high motion. One goes across the formation, fake it to him, counter tray, handoff to Bentley. Rumbles into Dodge City territory. Monte Lewis rides him down at the Dodge City 23-yard line. First down yardage for Bentley on a gain of 11.
Boy, defense got to continue to play, support the offense. Offense is getting taken care of, but we come down there and we've done some great things on defense. We're just not being able to hold this high-octane offense out of the end zone.
Bentley, 14 carries for 45. First and 10, Sioux City at the Dodge 23. Play action down. Looks right, throws right, and a sliding grab made inside the 10. Now they say incomplete. Up the right sideline as Mothershed came back for the football. That looked like a catch from this vantage point as well as he was working on Dwayne Autry. It'll be second down and 10.
Came out just right at the end. Mike,
right at the end, you're right.
Something I've noticed, too, is that we're really not putting any pressure on defensive end-wise. I mean, bringing our defensive line upfield, on that jet sweep. In the first quarter, we were able to get in the backfield and break that thing up.
Second and 10, Sioux City left hash up 1 at the Dodge 23. 3 receivers left, Dowdell under center. Bentley with his hands on his hip, deep, and a one-back set. They motion Bruno from left to right. He gets it on a jet sweep right. And he's hit and dropped by Dontre Peters inside the Dodge 20 down to the 17, gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Great open field tackle by Peters.
So here we go again on 3rd down for Sioux City. 4 of 9. At one point they were 0 for 4 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 Bandits. At the Dodge 17, Barnes a tight end right, Bruno wide right, 2 receivers left, Dowdell under center, Bentley the single setback. Option read, check that, handoff, Bentley runs off right guard, he's inside the 15. Monte Lewis got a hand on him, and he's down to the 12-yard line. He gains 5, and another Sioux City first down on 3rd down.
71 years ago, June 6, 1944, obviously the invasion there at Omaha Beach. 71 years ago, Mike.
First and 10, just outside the 10 at the 12 with 3 receivers right for Dowdell. Counter Trey Bentley, right up the middle inside the 5, and he's down near the 2. Grabbing on the backside was Dwayne Autry, Dejan Love. They'll mark him down at the 1. And that's a gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal, Sioux City. With 18 seconds to play, they stop the clock. Now they'll roll it. Oh, right up the middle for Bentley. There's over 50 yards rushing now, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes left in the Dodge City season, or 15 minutes until they punch their ticket to the playoffs for a 2nd consecutive season. At the end of 3, Sioux City 38, Dodge City 37, Z98. 1st and goal, Sioux City. Tim Bolware just handed me a note. He said, he asked a great question. He says, if Sioux City scores here, would they go for 2?
No. You just go ahead. You go ahead and kick the extra point.
I'm just saying
you're staying up. You're staying up by 8. You're putting the onus now on the DC Law to score number 1 and then score on 2. I mean, I understand what he's thinking because.
No, so do I.
I mean, he's sitting there thinking, boy, if you go for 2, you get 2. Bam! Now you're up 9. Makes a big difference.
Ball resting at the 1 on the right hash.
That's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I don't think. Irv Strobing has been around this game a long time. And there's gamesmanship, but at some point you just say to yourself, you have Dodge City chasing points.
And you can go put Dodge City in two-possession game, two-possession game. But the problem is, though, that you don't make it, Dodge City can actually go for 2 after a touchdown and win the ball game.
1st and goal from the 1. 2 receivers, 1 either way. Dowdell under center. Washington showing blitz. Hand off to Bentley. Bobbled the ball, but he takes it in for a touchdown. Or no.
No, it's sitting
loose
right
on
here.
The ground. That's Dodge City football. Bentley fumbled the ball. Looked like he gathered it as he crossed the goal line. No touchdown signal. Now they do. Bentley recovers it for a touchdown.
No, and actually, I'm going to say the center recovered it just right down here. He just brought the football out. But, you know, he bobbled the football before he even got to the end zone and then lost the football.
Question is, how many times did that change hands on the bottom of that pile?
Well,
touchdown, Sioux City.
Opportunity, wow. Bobbled that football, and actually his hip was sitting on it, Mike, but he didn't have full possession of it. And that's where the officials would have had to determine whether did he have a touchdown before he went over.
Max Martin on for the extra point. Just underway here in the 4th. This could make it an 8-point game. Dowdell will hold it. Snap back, placement good. Kick on the way. Chip shot right down the middle. For Max Martin, who remains perfect in this game. 14:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. It's Sioux City 45, Dodge 37, Z98. It's a crazy play where Bentley fumbles the ball and then the center, Matt Rawn, picks it up for a touchdown. 7 plays, 19 yards, and 3:01. Extra point good, 45-37 Sioux City. Just underway here in the 4th. And the kick once again sails out of the end zone, putting Dodge City at midfield. And that's been the story right now. Dodge City getting that short field. Can they take advantage now, down by 8?
And Mike, a lot of time in this ball game. We've got all 3 timeouts left. We've got to get this crowd into this ball game right now. Sioux City has just came in here and taken the crowd out.
1st and 10 Dodge, moving left to right at midfield, trailing 45-37. Look at that last drive for Sioux City, converting that big 3rd down, the 3rd and 4 at the 17, and then scoring 2 plays later. And it's been on the ground here tonight. I mentioned the last 9 games for the Bandits, they're averaging 104 yards per game. They're number 2 in the league in rushing behind Dodge City. Josh Floyd back on the field, 9 of 21, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he's been sacked once. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Jamie January and Young to the right. Floyd takes the shotgun snap. 3-man rush. Stands in. Lobs one. Back left corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Mo Young. Cliff Stokes back in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Mike, we've got a lot of time in this ball game. And again, I'll say 3 timeouts left. And we've gone away from the run.
And Carson has made it look easy tonight on the ground. 8 carries for 78.
I think Carson might have just said something over there that, hey, let's run the football.
Now 2nd down and 10 at midfield. Jamie January wide right, Young slot right, wide left Davis. Floyd out of the gun, Carson to his right. Takes the snap, hands it off for Carson, running left, has a hole, breaks a tackle, cuts it back, 15, 10, dragging Ron Franklin down to the 5-yard line. Carson says, give me the ball, and that's why. A gain of 20 on 2nd and 10, it's 1st and goal.
Good call by Coach Ponder, able to set him up on that pass play, then all of a sudden pop it to DC. DC's able to make that nice little jump move in between the two players, two offensive linemen, and then bam, he's got such a great low, I guess call it gravity, center of gravity. He's able to keep his feet and get extra yardage. You like that.
1st and goal from the 5. January and Young right, Davis left. Floyd out of the gun, Carson to his right. Handoff Carson, up the middle, bouncing left. Breaks a tackle of Andre Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Dominique Carson, his 4th of the night. And the Law once again pulled to within 2.
And here we are, Mike. It took a nice little play right there. And it all starts off with a bad kick by Martin, able to put it into the end zone, puts DC Law halfway through the field, which is 50 yards long. We go at the 25-yard line. 3 plays later, we get a touchdown. Gotta like that.
Drive that took just over a minute and a half. Offense, no surprise here, stays on the field to go for 2 to try and tie the game. Floyd out of the shotgun, Carson to his right, January and Young split right, Dello Davis outside the numbers left. Floyd takes the snap, handoff Carson, goes left, cuts it back, 2nd effort. Is he in? And he is! Dominique Carson, a 2-point conversion, ties the game at 45 with 13 minutes to play here on Z98. 13:03 remaining in this 4th quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilasov, Dodge drawing even, 45-all with 13:03 left. A 3-play, 25-yard drive in just under 2 minutes. Dominique Carson's 4th rushing touchdown of the night. Now Bruno and Ron Franklin back deep. An end-over-end kick that will land in the first row behind the end zone. They are keeping it away from Frederick Bruno, and that'll put the ball at the 25.
Boy, Mike, you knew things were kind of a little glum after they scored that touchdown, go up by 8. And you're really wondering about the season for DC Law, how we were going to be able to respond and bang just like that. Really, Mike, I'm going to look back at this at that point that where Carson made that nice little run, gets about 20 yards or so when he took off with the football, right after the pass play on 2nd down, and really maybe got this season and very well could have kept this season going. Then we get the 2 points after the touchdown.
Sioux City has already clinched a spot in the playoffs. It's their 5th straight postseason appearance. They're looking for that number 1 seed. They need to win this game to achieve that. 1st and 10, tied at 45, Bandits at midfield. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. They motion Bruno from right to left. Play action, lob one into the secondary, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Autry as he took it away from Downs, and the Law has the football back at their own 14.
Boy, bad pass by Downs, something that you don't expect out of a great player like that. And really just made a bad choice, Mike. He popped up and just threw a lob down the field. And I don't know whether he saw it. Obviously didn't see anybody sitting back there for us. And man, that was all there, all alone. All you had to do is go catch that football. What a turnaround that has happened here in the last 2 minutes in this ball game.
Ross, that's as bad a throw as we've seen from Dowdell.
And he doesn't usually do that, Mike. This guy is generally money.
This is the league MVP and the reigning offensive player of the year. Dodge has it back, tied at 45 of their own 14, moving from left to right. Can they capitalize?
But Mike, you think of this game as tendencies, you think that they're going to run the ball right there at the 25-yard line. Bam, they pop up and try to toss one downfield. We get the interception.
Dowdell had come into this game. He had thrown 50 pass attempts in a row without an interception. He's thrown 2 tonight. 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left on 1st and 10, Dodge at their own 14. Option read, Floyd keeps, and he rolls left, and he's taken down from behind, outside the numbers at the 19-yard line by James Patterson, the Sacramento State product. Gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5.
I would venture to say that we've got listeners from obviously Sioux City, but also from Iowa, Texas, Wichita, Kansas, and Amarillo, Texas listening in.
Amarillo clinging to hope that Dodge City loses this game. It's the only way they clinch. Sioux City, meantime, Wichita has a lot of interest in this game because if Sioux City loses, Wichita's at home next week against the Texas Revolution. 2nd and 5 Law, left hash at their own 19, tied at 45, 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Floyd takes the shotgun snap, steps up, now will run, 20, middle of the field, 25, fumbles the ball, picked up by King Jack Washington, and advances to the Sioux City 19 before John Smith takes him down. So they fumble the football and pick up extra yardage. It's a gain of 12 and a long first down.
Mike, that is a great play by Marcus Miles. He's a defensive lineman, 6'4", 265 from St. John Fisher College. As he clears him, here's Miles, not even giving up on the play. It was such a great play by Miles, not giving up after the quarterback's passing. He comes up behind him and swats the ball away because Josh is not protecting the football. He's holding out. Easy strip for Miles. Nice play.
1st and 10, Dodge City at the Sioux City 19-yard line. January and Mo Young to the left, Dello Davis to the near side right. Floyd takes a chest-high snap, handoff to Washington, off left guard, and there's Miles making the tackle, spins him down from behind at the 15-yard line after a gain of 4, just inside the numbers. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
With the old Settlers Festival going on up at Ness City, Mike, rumor has it that they've been taking truckloads of beer up there. Tonight is Saturday night. I know what Tim Boware and I are going to do after the ball game. We're heading north.
I was going to say there are 2 guys in this booth that'll be 3 sheets to the wind before midnight. 2nd and 6, Law in a 45-45 deadlock with 10:15 to play at the Sioux City 15. Left hash moving left to right. Davis left, January and Young right. Floyd out of the shotgun, King Jack Washington to his left. Takes a chest-high snap, quarterback draw, runs left at the sideline 10, bounces back at the 5, still going at the numbers before Andre Jones brings him down at the 4-yard line. Gain of 11 for Floyd and 1st and goal.
We're starting to flex our muscles right now. The offensive line has done a fantastic job. And using the athletes that we have with King Jack Carson, also Josh Floyd in the backfield, but also let's not forget about the athletes that are also wide receivers, downfield blocking, making some great blocks downfield. Davis, Denson, we got some great ones there. And let's not forget about Mo Young.
Dodge City 157 yards rushing. That's a season high. 1st and goal, left hash at the 4. 3 receivers go right. 45 all with 9:20 to play. Floyd out of the gun, Washington on his left hip. 2 in high motion right. Takes the snap, trap handoff, Washington off right guard, and he plows in. Touchdown, Dodge City. And for the first time in the second half, Dodge City back in front.
Oh, Mike, I really like that. The offensive line just dictated that drive. Able to get us down the field, able to find some great holes, and then King Jack finishes off with diving into the end zone. How do you like this? Right now we trailed, and all of a sudden now we've got a lead and got a chance to go up by 7.
They can thank Dwayne Autry on that interception. And it only takes him 5 plays to respond. Alex Fambro for the all-important extra point. He's missed one tonight, but he's been very good. Silence at United Wireless. Snap is back. Placement is good. Fambro's kick is right down the middle. Now another flag comes out. If you had stock in yellow hankies tonight, you might be a multi-millionaire.
It's 10:04. We've been going on this game for 3 hours.
If the referees were being paid by the penalty, the company paying them would have to file Chapter 7. Personal foul. It's going to be on Dodge City.
Goes on Mac Randall.
9:11 to go here in the 4th. 52-45 Dodge City on Z98.
How many personal fouls have we had in this ballgame? I know how many we've had in this half, but
13 penalties, 91 yards for Dodge City. Squibb bouncing at the 15. Perfect kick by Alex Fambro. And it angles out at the 5. That's where Frederick Bruno scoops it up after it bounces off the wall. Now they'll assess the penalty yardage. And Alex Fambro, if you're going to give a player the game minus the 1 missed PAT, he had an onside kick recovery. He nailed a 52-yard field goal. And even when they backed up that extra point on the penalty after the touchdown, when it basically became a long field goal attempt, Fambro nailed it.
Well, that was a great kick, Mike. Instead of, they're still in their territory, starting at their own 21. Now you understand we've got 9 minutes left in this ball game. Both teams all have all their timeouts left. And now the Bandits go away from their strategy of running the football tossing little short passes, or they start looking downfield. You got to think that Dowdell cannot surely be thinking of passing on this play.
Dowdell's thinking he doesn't want to get in a bus, drive 10 hours back to Sioux City, and then drive another 10 hours on Friday night this coming week. That's the scenario facing Sioux City. Now a stoppage of play. Both teams have all 3 timeouts with 8:55 left in the fourth. Dodge leading 52-45. Following King Jack Washington's rushing touchdown. And after the penalty, ball went out of bounds at the 6. 15-yard penalty puts it at the 21. 3 receivers right, Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback. They fake the jet sweep, hand to Bentley, rumbles into plus territory, 25-20. And he backs his way up the right side numbers down to the 17-yard line, where he's taken down by Marquise George. Another big run by Bentley, and he picks up 12 yards on a Sioux City first down.
Great job that time by number 7, the offensive lineman. He's 6'4", 315 on the lead block, Mike.
No huddle, Sioux City right back to the line. 1st and 10, right hash, moving right to left at the loss 17. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Fake the jet sweep, handoff running right. Off right guard is Bentley, and a nice open field tackle by Dejan Love. At the 12-yard line of Dodge City, gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5.
There's Cashman on the play right there, number 4. Great open field tackle, you're right. And the thing is, we haven't called Cashman a whole lot in this ball game. Nice tackle.
2nd down and 5, make it 4. They move it down to the 11-yard line. Ball on the right hash, Dodge up 52-45, less than 8 to play. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Again, they fake the jet sweep. No, this time they give it to Bruno, sweeping to the near side left. And he's tripped up near the 9-yard line by Monte Lewis. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
How fast and quick is Monte Lewis out there covering that play? Just couldn't quite come up with it, but then was able to get him and slow him down. Nice play.
Lewis and Marquise George were college teammates at Jacksonville State. 3rd and 2, Sioux City at the law, 9 down 7, 5 of 10 on 3rd down. 3 receivers right. Now did Sean Ponder just call a timeout?
I think good timeout here, because it looks like that Monte Lewis is a little bit winded and long as they come across here. These guys have put a lot into this ball game. Nice job. I think good timeout. Good call.
And while we have a second, it's 3rd and 2, Sioux City at the Dodge City 9. Dodge City trailed at the half, 31-30. And in this second half, they've bounced back in a big-time way. We have touchdowns by Dominique Carson twice, and then King Jack Washington. They got a big interception by Dwayne Autry. They got an onside kick recovery that they did not score on. But Dodge City has had 9 lives, and they've used 8 of them. They are up by 7 with 7:18 to play. They're down to 2 timeouts. And they've used the ground game to the tune of 161 yards, a season high on 22 carries. 3rd and 2, Bandits on the left hash at the Dodge City 9. George, Green, and Lewis make up the front line. King Jack Washington is in. Ja'Cory Quarterman is out of this game. Dejan Love, Cashman Thomas, Dwayne Autry, and Dontre Peters make up the 8 guys on defense for the Dodge City Law. Mothershed and Downs come to the near side left. Frederick Bruno goes far side right. Dowdell under center, Bentley the single setback. Bruno motions from left to right, fake it to him, hand to Bentley. He is drilled by King Jack Washington. He did not get the first down. He's down at the 9. It's 4th down and a yard and a half.
What a great play by King Jack on that play. Able to come up there and just make a special play like that and put the helmet in there.
They move it forward, progress to the 8. 4th and 1. They bring in Anthony Thomas.
Get this, and I tell you what I like what Ricky's trying to do. Get this crowd into this ball game. Make some noise.
4th and 1, Sioux City down 52-45 with 6:40 to go. And now the Bandits just used a timeout. 6:42 remaining in this 4th quarter alongside Ross Miller, Mike Pilosoff. After being down 31-30, they were down 8 a couple of different times in this game. But nonetheless, and you go back to the Texas game earlier this season, where Dodge battled back after being down pretty much the entire game and won the game after scoring a plethora of points in the final 90 seconds. In this game, they needed to make 1 play on defense, and they got it with the Dwayne Autry interception. That led to points. 3 rushing touchdowns in the second half. Carson has 2. And then King Jack Washington has one. I want to go back to one play before they snap it here. Ross, the play that Delo Davis had the touchdown and it was waved off and they ended up giving the ball back on a fumble. How big would that play have been if they didn't get the interception by Autry?
Wow. And that's the deal too, Mike. Sit there and look at all of this, but I tell you what, Autry's thing is to get Autry's touchdown and then get his interception. Mike, it means nothing if you don't score a touchdown. You don't get any offensive points on that.
Sioux City on 4th down this year, 62%, 4th and 1. From the
Stay home, defensive line.
Single receiver either way. Dowdell with an extra blocking back. Bentley the single setback. Toss sweep Bentley. Runs right. He doesn't get it. They shoot him down. Deshaun Love. Oh, what a defensive play. Love. Marquise George, Lou Van Green. They overload the left side, and now a flag going to be thrown on Charles Dowdell. Dodge has it back. 1st and 10 at their own 11.
And this may go against the coaching staff, Mike, but what do you like about that is that they tried to move, and once they gave up the offensive lineman moving to the outside, we had a good idea where they're going to go. We rallied to that area, and we take the legs out. You can't run without your legs. If we tackle high, might have a chance to get that, but what a nice play. Absolutely love that. Great defensive play.
And we got to throw King Jack Washington's name in there. He was in there as well.
That 3rd down play all by himself, they're a big-time tackle.
This is a guy that was a running back last year for the Oklahoma Defenders. He's playing both ways here tonight. He made that tackle. That previous possession, he's the one that scored the touchdown that put Dodge City in front.
Now, this is a late flag. The play had already happened, then the flag comes out. If you're going to tell me that a coach is going to come over and dictate when a flag should be thrown, I've got problems. All right. Okay, and it is a coach's warning. They were warned once, Mike. Second time is a 5-yard penalty. I like the play right now. Our ball.
So they stopped Bentley. He lost 2 yards on the play. Sideline warning is 5 yards out to the 16. And that's where Dodge City will have it. Each team with 2 timeouts. Law leading 52-45. They win this game. Amarillo is eliminated, and Sioux City gets to come back here next week.
Ponder, the quarterback, telling his quarterback, hold on to the football and be sure of your throw. You throw this, but right now you got to be thinking of a straight run right here.
Run the ball, protected with 2 hands. Carson left to Floyd. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Floyd takes the shotgun snap. Trap handoff to Carson, right up the middle, and he runs right into James Patterson, who brings him down with a waist-high tackle at the 19. Gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7 with 6:10 to play in the 4th, and the Law clinging to a 7-point lead.
Mike, I'm going to give you my second Good Gravy Award. Goes to Von Miller, the Denver Broncos. You're going to be fined for having, I'm going to use the term, can I use the term natural gas?
Yeah, sure.
Flatulence during meetings, so you're going to start finding a player that's got that.
That's the case. We'd be finding you every week in this booth.
I'm 57, dude. Give me a break.
2nd and 7, Law at their own 19. 3 receivers, 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Floyd, quarterback draw, spins up the middle, and into plus territory before John Smith brings him down at the Sioux City 23, but not before Floyd picks up 8 and a Dodge City 1st down.
Mike, a 57-year-old in metabolism, it's a long process.
So you're blaming it on nature.
It's that way. Hey, you know what? I really like what we're doing right now because our offensive line out their entire ball game, and let's understand this. It's not like that we've got a bevy of offensive linemen that we're able to switch guys up. This is the same 3 guys that played in this ball game, continue to throw great blocks and get downfield.
1st and 10, Law at the Sioux City 23. Davis left, 2 receivers right, McLean slot right, Venson wide right. Floyd lifts his leg, takes the shotgun snap, design quarterback run running left, and then Floyd just eats it up the left side numbers as Marlon Lobin brings him down back at the 25. So they'll lose 2 yards, but that's not what's important. What's important is the clock continues to run at 2nd and 12.
And I think on that play, it looked like Carson missed Lobin. I'm not sure if that was his assignment or not, but Carson went up there and Lobin went right by him, able to get that tackle.
Marlon Lobin from the University of Sioux Falls played on a national championship team back in 2009. It's his 4th year here in Sioux City playing for Irv Strobing. His team can clinch the #1 seed with a win, but they're down 7. 2nd and 12, Law at midfield, up 52-45. 3 receivers, slot right. Play action Floyd, back to throw. Over the middle, deflected and intercepted. Picked off up the right sideline, Ron Franklin, who now has an interception in all but 3 games this year. That's his 4th, and Sioux City needed a lifeline. There it is.
Oh, Mike, I tell you what, you could look at a couple factors on that. It's a little bit high that time, right off of McLean's hands. Still, like, you know what I'd like to say? You touch your hands, you better catch that football. If Josh was just waited, he had Dello Davis go down there on the pump and then go straight across the middle and wide open. That was going to be a touchdown.
I guess the question is, with a 7-point lead late, why are you throwing the football? 1st and 10, Sioux City at their own 13. 3:58 left. 7-point Dodge City lead. Bandits have 2 timeouts. Ron Franklin is league-leading 10th pick of the year. Bruno left, 2 receivers right. Dowdell out of the shotgun, takes the snap, 3-step drop, looks left, throws left, lobs it up the sideline, incomplete at midfield. Out of bounds intended for Bruno. Blanket coverage by Dontre Peters and Dwayne Autry. It's 2nd down and 10.
Sean Ponder pointing out that they were going to go to Bruno, and that's the play that Bruno got hurt on. They went a little bit shorter route that time that they tried to run Bruno in the first half. When he ran the long route, we were able to come across there and knock the ball loose away from Bruno, but also injured him. Good to see him back in the ball game.
Dowdell, 6 of 17 for 89 yards. He's been picked off twice. 2nd and 10 from his own 13. In motion, Bruno from left to right. Misdirection handoff to Bentley off right guard, and he's swarmed under at the 19-yard line. King Jack Washington playing both ways here tonight. Ja'Cory Quarterman left this game. Gain of 6, it's 3rd and 4. Washington has held his own on the defensive side of the ball. Now 3rd and 4, Sioux City.
Boy, King Jack has really impressed me. Quarterman hurt. King Jack in there playing that position.
3rd and 4, Bandits. Right hash at their own 19, down 7 with 2.5 to play. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dowdell under center, Bentley the single setback. Jet sweep left, it's Downs, cuts it back to the right. Up the hash marks, and has a 1st down to the 25. After a gain of 6, moved the chains with 2:15 to go.
Man, I tell you what, Downs, Mike, they're coming at full speed when they receive these handoffs. You could see him just actually kind of bobbling the ball a little bit, trying to grasp it and get it back up into his chest. It was handed off to him just a little bit low.
Dwayne Autry, check that. Dontre Peters had that last tackle. 1st and 10 in midfield. Bandits down 7 on the move, right to left. 4 receivers. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Sends 2 in high motion. Takes a helmet high snap. Quick drop on an out to the right. Caught by Downs inside the 20. And immediately tackled by Dejon Love at the 18-yard line after a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 after the 90-second warning.
Boy, Mike, here we are. And I'm going to just tell you, you score the touchdown, that's when I would think I would go for 2.
Absolutely. Because you have nothing to lose. You're in the playoffs. It's either you're coming back here or you're going to be at home.
Yep.
That brings us to the 90-second timeout. 1:30 left. 2nd and 3, Sioux City at the Dodge 18 when we come back on Z98. 2nd and 3 after the timeout. Dodge up 52-45 with 1:30 to go. Bandits in possession right to left at the lost 17-yard line. They have 2 timeouts remaining, as does Dodge. Law a win, and they're in. A loss because of Amarillo's win, they'd be out. Dowdell under center. Bentley the single setback. 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. 2 in high motion. Bruno motions from right to left. They reverse it. Bruno gets it, flips it back to Mothershed. Breaks a tackle, runs right. Up the sideline, he's got a 1st down inside the 10. And he is leveled at the 8-yard line by Marquise George. Check that, Lou Van Green at the 8. It's a gain of 10. They had him dead to rights. He broke a couple of tackles, and it's 1st and goal.
Oh, Monte Lewis, great job of Monte getting back to the backfield back there. That would have been at the 23-yard line, 24-yard line on the loss. Monte able to get back down, get up, and come chase the play down.
Law up 7, but Sioux City 1st and goal from the 8. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Bruno in motion left to right. Fake it to him. Hand off to Bentley up the middle. Behind Matt Wrong, and he's inside the 5 down near the 4. Before he's brought down by Cashman Thomas. Gain of 4, and now Sioux City just burned a timeout. 2nd and goal coming up. Dodge clinging to a 52-45 lead. What an interception by Ron Franklin that set all this up. And now again, if Sioux City scores, you would almost bet the house that they would go for 2 and try to win this game.
But Mike, what you're thinking also is that you got to be wondering here, thinking about Sean Ponder too, is that you have got to get this team and get this defense and get upfield with your defensive line. You've got to reach into that bag and pull out everything that you've got. That defensive line gets up that field. It makes a big difference when they're trying to run the jet sweep, stuff like that, because they can't get to the outside. You're throwing the rhythm off just a little bit.
Sioux City has run for 131 yards tonight. 2nd and goal from the 4, 52-45 Dodge, a minute 15 to go. Bandits, check that, Dodge is the one that called the timeout. They have 1 remaining. In motion, Bruno across. Handoff to Downs, who is motioning the other way, and he is tackled in the open field by Deshaun Love, who lost his helmet at the 3.
Boy, Deshaun, that's got to be the 3rd or 4th time he's lost his helmet.
And I think Dodge City just used their final timeout, and this is good use of timeouts by Ponder, because if they score and then go for 2, you have plenty of time remaining. So Love has to come out. 3rd and goal from the 2. Those misdirection jet sweeps, they sent one guy in motion from left to right and then Downs the other way, and it was Downs that took the carry. You've got to be very disciplined, and that just shows exactly how big of a play that was by Deshaun Love.
And Mike, when we're sitting there watching our guys, our defensive front, we actually moved in just a little bit, brought our defensive ends to the inside. This time I think that we need to go to the outside, put them out there, get that, create a little bit of spacing.
3rd and goal from the 2. Law is now out of timeouts. Sioux City has 2 remaining, 1:11 to go. Law 52, Bandits 45. They bring in the beef, Anthony Thomas, the 35-year-old nose guard, as an extra blocking back. He graduated from the University of Arizona back in 2002. He signed with the Redskins as an undrafted free agent back in 2002.
And last time he was in, they ran a lead block with him, which we made a great play. And Mike, when you go into something like that, you got to worry about a bootleg out of a quarterback.
3rd and goal from the 2. 2 receivers right. Bentley the single setback. They motion him out. Handoff, jet sweep. Bruno lunges, goal line. Is he in?
I think, I tell you what you want to go for was he out of bounds, forced out of bounds.
And I think the official's going to say he's out of bounds.
Oh, man. They're going to give him the touchdown.
Now they say touchdown. Frederick Bruno was along the boards, which would have made him ineligible to continue to move the football forward.
And Cashman did a great job. He came over and swung him, and they went up against the out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Do they bring Martin out? They will.
And the officials are looking at it uphill, but I think it's too late.
But neither one of them signaled.
You know what? I've got to give him that. I think that's a good play.
But Ross, again, neither official on the side signaled touchdown. But it is a touchdown for Bruno from 2 yards out.
And
Martin to come out for the extra point to try and tie it.
Settle for the tie. Is that something?
1:06 left.
Got to have a bull rush right up the middle. We haven't blocked one for a while, Mike.
They try to fake it, maybe?
No, this is a straight kick.
Martin for the extra point to tie it. Dowdell will hold. Snap is high. It is a fake. Dowdell will take it in. Dowdell takes it in. What a call by Irv Strobing. And the Bandits take the lead back. 53-52 with 1:06 to play on a direct snap to Dowdell on Z98. Oh, what a call by Irv Strobing. A 2-point conversion on a direct snap to Dowdell, the holder. Runs it in off left guard. Now it's 53-52, Sioux City with 1:06 left. Dodge out of timeouts. That last drive for the Bandits, eating up some clock here in the 4th quarter. 8 plays, 37 yards in 3 minutes. And you knew it was coming. Even though they lined up for the PAT, you knew it was coming. Sioux City just traveled 10 hours to get here. They're trying to avoid at all costs having to come back here next week. End over end kick. Floats to Carson, returnable 5 yards deep. Up the middle, 5, 10. There he goes, and he fumbles the ball. Loose on the ground. Dodge might have got it back. Let's see. At the 16-yard line.
Might have been January in there if January can hold on to it.
There's a tussle going out underneath, and Sioux City's got it. The Bandits have the football as Carson coughed it up.
January's on top of it, man. They're calling Sioux City.
They're still fighting for the ball. January has the ball. Possession goes to the offensive player if there's a tie possession, and the referee, before they uncovered the bodies, this should be Dodge City football. How did they rule it Sioux City ball? Ball comes out. We're watching it on the replay. John Smith has a chance at it. Still loose.
There's January right there.
Yeah, January's got the football. Now they're going to talk about it.
They've already made the ruling. It's over with.
If that's the case, this one's in the books. Carson had Jamie January had the possession underneath the pile, tied up with John Smith.
Mike, what cost us in this ball game and this season is just turnovers, penalties.
Now if you're Dodge, you almost have to let him score, but they're probably just going to take a knee. Dodge is out of timeouts. What a turn of events late. Sean Ponder is reading the riot act.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need you behind these guys now. Here we go.
But Dodge is out of timeout, so they can't stop the clock.
Congratulations. Really, Sioux City, nice job. They come down here, had to put one on the road, Mike, able to get it. And how about Amarillo?
Amarillo's going to be in.
And we looked like we were the top dog, Mike. We were 6-1 at one time. We were just rolling along, going 6-1 and just beating.
Dowdell takes a knee. Now Marquise George with some extra words for Matt Ron.
Wow.
Clock running. Dominique Carson, who had 2 fumbles in the game against Wichita. Dodge City's season's going to come to an end on their home field in the final week of the regular season.
Mike, what a great job. You sit there and think about this franchise of the year, executive of the year. And boy, we missed some opportunities this whole season to put us in this situation. And we get in this situation. Would you like to have a field goal right now there at the end of the first half?
You bet.
I understand the thinking. You're down there at the 1-2 yard line. You're going to go ahead and score. But then you get that procedure call, back up another 5-6 yards, and that's the way it is. Man, this is a good win for Sioux City. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that are very happy about this. Obviously, Dodge City Law fans aren't, but Wichita, Amarillo, obviously. Sioux City doesn't have to come back. And the Texas Revolution, man, we played a good one. Sean Ponder still talking to the officials as they go out.
Amarillo will head back to Sioux City next week. Meantime, Texas will host Wichita. Those are the 4 teams Dodge City eliminated. Final score, Sioux City 53, Dodge 52 in an absolute stunner. Dodge had a 52-45 lead. They put it in the air. Floyd threw an interception. They come back, they score, and then they line up to go for the extra point. And a direct snap to Charles Dowdell, who calmly runs it in for the 2-point conversion. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Dominique Carson coughs up the ball, and it's recovered by the Bandits. Season finished.
Boy, Mike, not a whole lot to say. You can sit there and think about a lot of things that happened to us when we were on that losing streak that I've already talked about. Penalties at the wrong time. Turnovers at the wrong time. Teams making big plays on us on 3rd and long, 2nd and long, getting first downs. But this is a season, like I said, it's over with for Dodge City, but Dodge City will be back. This ownership is invested in the Dodge City. Ponders have bought a home here. They're here to stay, got their kids here. Ricky Burtz has just done a phenomenal job. Chris Boys and his family, hometown Dodge City people believing in this city also, and also in this fan base. And on top of that, just a great job by the fans. I'm already excited, looking forward to next year, Mike.
A heartbreaking loss for Dodge City. Their season comes to an end. They had to win to get in. They had a 7-point lead with less than 5 to play. And it's Sioux City avoiding a 3rd trip here. Well, they're going to get on the bus. They're going to go back to Iowa, and they're going to take a nice collective deep breath.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about going anywhere on a Friday.
They are home they have home field throughout. They finished runner-up last year. Year before that, they lost in the semifinals to Salina, and then they won back-to-back championships of the APFL. At one point, it won 31 consecutive games. Well, much more to come. Tim Bowler will be on the field with head coach Sean Ponder. That's coming up next on Z98.